Okay. Yep, and then I have to link, all the stuff. So there is that. All right, we are currently
If you
live.
like pina coladas.
Getting cold and rain. Alrighty, oh, let's just get this going, and I will explain what the fuck is going on right now.
Wings of Freedom is currently not going on. That's what's going on.
Well, obviously,
but
you
just took the fucking thing from Zorn. God damn.
Well, I will explain what is going on. So, but first I have to do this. And this.
Let me know when we're live, bro.
We're already live. We've been live for about a couple seconds now.
1 second. Snape kills Dumbledore.
Wow.
Spoilers?
Wow. All right.
Alrighty. Okay.
You're fucking lucky I only recently watched that.
Really? You only recently watched
I've only started watching all of the Harry Potter.
Because,
well then.
Yeah, his friend really wanted him to get into it, so.
Well,
speaking... So lucky that was the most recent one as well.
Oh,
no further. No further.
Well, there's only 2 more movies, so you're fine. All right. But anyway, what the hell is going on? Basically, what is going on is our good friend Sour is currently very, very ill. She's not doing too well. She's having trouble holding down food and stuff like that. This stuff that happened to her last year. However, I just got some news from her today that they think they've isolated the problem. They have a name for it, and they have treatments for it, but can't necessarily cure it. So it's good news that, it will be manageable, but we'll see how it goes from there. So unfortunately, she's going to be out for a couple sessions because basically what would happen is, she'd play for 10 minutes and have to run away. So in order to compensate for that, we're going to do a little spin-off where we're going to basically have another adventure in the land of tal'dorei. But before that, we need to create some characters. And you know what better way to do that than live on stream where we can fuck around and, show potential people how to, make a character. We have our good friends, Fen, Burnt, Mallow, and we also got our returning friend, Teapot, who has played in a previous D&D game with us when we first started that. That basically time management didn't allow for it, so we're all here now.
D&D game again.
Mm-hmm. But until then, we need to create some characters. Now, for these characters, basically, you can do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. I don't care pottery composition. I don't care whatever. The only thing I care about is it has to be Wizards of the Coast approved. No Unearthed Arcana.
Can do.
Okay.
Okay.
Because Unearthed Arcana, unfortunately, is still kind of homebrewed-ish a little bit, and it's not...
It's beta.
It's beta, and it's just like, while this would be fun to do right now, it's kind of like, let's just keep it a little simple. There are plenty of stuff to choose, so... also, for the stats stuff, we are not rolling dice this time. We're going to use the ability score point buy, so you can see how that works, too. But alrighty, so, who wants to kind of get us started?
I'll fill. I don't have a good any kind of character I'm looking to play, so I'll fill whatever role we need to fill. So y'all.
I was gonna do that as well.
Gosh darn it! Do we want to pull straws? Is that what we want to do?
Sure, let's do that. Pull straws.
I mean, you guys can roll d20s,
That's true. Let's. I'll roll a d20 right now.
For what? D20 to see who picks first,
or who wants to go first, or whatever. So.
That works for me.
So, I'm perfectly fine making a party where we don't actually worry about party composition, and we just do whatever we want.
Fen, I'm going to get you to pick a number between 1 and 20. I'll get you to do the same teapot. I'm also going to do one, and the person who's closest to the number that's rolled goes first.
Mallow. You forgot about Mallow.
Yeah.
Mallow, that too.
Or we all just roll d20s, and whoever rolls highest gets their first pick.
That's true. Okay.
You got to roll it in game, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I just got my fucking dice out.
I know.
But
we can't see those dice.
Well, at least the audience can hear it.
Yeah.
But I lost 10 of
them.
Oof and oof.
Alright, Finn. Roll yourself a dice.
I rolled, but my connection is not stabilized yet.
Of course.
Oh, come on.
He knows the
I'm in voice chat, so it's having a hard time. And you have that like 100 megabyte picture in the background that's trying to load.
Do you have are you using Google Chrome or are you using a different
Google Chrome, yeah.
That's probably your problem.
Google Chrome's fine
Chrome is
for
a
me.
RAM hog.
Oh, that too, yeah.
With all like the add-ons that it gives you, like the extensions and shit, that shit will fucking take everything.
Oh, I have all those turned off.
All right, here. So this will be a little easier for him.
I rolled a 13, by the way.
Okay, but we'll just do
Okay.
this. Oh, and I will drag you guys over here too. Or actually, I drag the map over real quick. Drag map. Come on.
Lots of maps.
Yep. I do have a lot of maps, and you can actually see my maps, but yes. There we go. We'll be right here. All right, so we got a 10, a 5, a 2, and a 13, huh?
Yep.
All
Are we
right.
saying highest or lowest gets picked first?
Well, highest goes in D&D, so Fen, you're first.
So what exactly am I picking right now? Just what I want to play as?
What you want to play
you wanna
as,
play
yeah.
as.
Go with what you want, man.
Well, I was thinking between I'm always thinking about multi-classing just for fun. Starting
Mhm.
on out of the bat.
Yes.
What
Oh,
level? Actually,
and
that's a good point. What
One-
level are we starting at?
one more
3.
thing, yes. I stated this in the rules earlier, but I forgot to mention that. We're starting at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's going to be a little difficult to multi-class for right off the bat.
Well, you can. I was just doing it for fun. But I'm thinking of doing two levels in monk
Okay.
Ooh.
and 1 level in either rogue or barbarian.
Okay. Up to you what you want to do, and go from there. But first, by the way, everyone has a stat sheet that they should be able to see with their name on it. So we have Burnt, Mallow, Teapot, and Fen. So we'll open
Yeah.
Fen's first.
Kind of why I didn't want to exactly go first, because I was gonna say if someone else would want to play rogue, I would do barbarian. If someone did barbarian, I'd do rogue.
How
Well,
do you want to create this character? What's
edit sheet
I'm gonna
directly.
ask a dumb question. What is character mancer?
I don't know, but we're gonna edit the sheet
So
directly.
I can answer that.
Got it. That works. Go ahead.
The character mancer is basically the game does most of the work for you, but it's more in the eyes of how the game believes your character should be. So it's more towards whatever books Zorn has bought in game, like in Roll20 itself, and
And I bought
becomes a
none,
bit
so-
more of a it becomes a bit of a hassle.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
bought none.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do the base class as a monk, but also gonna do a point in rogue.
All right, so
Fine,
we're going
can't
to
do it.
need to. All right, you are multi-classing. So second
You could
class.
also technically, if you wanted to do that later, multi-class after 3rd level.
True, but I kind of want to start with it just to be contrary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can definitely
So
start.
when
All
I
right.
get 3rd level, that 3rd level's going to go at 4th level. That level's going to go into monk, and it's going to be Kensai.
Right. So first for you, we need to go to the settings here. We need to do your second class, and we need to. All right. So you went monk, and then you went barbarian, right?
Rogue.
Rogue. Okay. Sorry.
I'm basically going ninja.
Okay. Yep. Level 1. All right. Yep. Okay. And then your first subclass, you are. I forget how you choose monk in here, and it's pissing me off.
I can do it. I can do it.
All right, so yeah, go ahead. So we're gonna do that for you. All right, what race are you gonna be?
Second class is rogue. I need to go to actually. It would be I had to go to core and just like type it in up here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, class. I don't know why.
Monk. I don't have a subclass yet. Cause I'm not at that level.
Mm-hmm. Nope, because you decided to go with to do that. So, alrighty.
I'm a
So,
weirdo.
yep. So you're creating a monk.
But I need to make that level 2 levels of monk and 1 level of rogue.
Yep. There you go. 1 in rogue. There you go. All right. So
That's what races are you allowing? Any
I said
race
any.
in the
I
book?
I said anything that is not UA. So we have we have plenty. Yeah, we have plenty of choices, and if we go to D&D Beyond, not sponsored. You have your general races that you find in your player's handbook: the Dragonborns, the Dwarves, the Elves, the Gnomes, the Half-Elves, the Halflings, Half-Orcs, Humans, Tieflings. what do you call it? Basically, you also have your Aarakocras, your Genasi, your Goliaths, Aasimar, Bugbears, Furbolgs, Goblins, Hobgoblin, Kangu, Kobold, Lizard, Orc, Tabaxi, Triton, Yuan-ti, Pureblood. I will allow Turtles, Changeling, I don't know what the... Kalshatar. I don't know that one. There's another variant of Orc of Eberron, but we're not really playing Eberron, so that's fine. Shifter, Warforged are fine. Centaur, Loxodon, Minotaur, Simic, Veldic. Yeah, pretty much those. Even a Grung if you really, really want.
What the Verdan?
Wrong, I forgot about them.
The Verdan, who are basically the goblins but not goblins from Acquisitions Incorporated.
No, because Azure... Is Acquisitions?
It's an official D&D book.
Yeah, but that's that is an
I
actual...
think
though.
technically. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
we
use that,
could...
I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah, I mean, we could, but, you know, that one would be a little hard to fit in because it's two different stories, but we could make it work. I have a way to make it work. So.
I'm actually thinking, I know I'm playing playing my Goblin Luafei, aka Boomy, but I'm basing this character off of one I made for a one-shot a while back and didn't even get to play much with, who was a Hobgoblin, so I'm gonna go Hobgoblin.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. So you're going to go with a Hobgoblin, which
Yes.
that book is Volo's Guide to Monsters. Okay, so...
Which I have a copy of.
I do too.
Right next to my Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
Yes, all right, but first let's get your stats going, your base stats, because
Yeah,
we're going to kind of need those.
Yeah,
So-
okay, 1 second. 5E, I need to look up, I need to make sure I have the proper stats to actually do multi-class into Rogue.
Ooh,
I need to look up what's the requirement to multi-class into Rogue.
Dexterity of 13.
Dexterity 13?
oh, you'll have that
I
easily.
believe.
Hold on, I'm looking.
With the point buy, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
point by you should be fine. I will look to double check.
I mean, I think Monk is a Dex class anyway, so...
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dex
it's
is
a
your
Dex and Wisdom.
Yep, Rogue Dexterity 13. You're good. So
Wait, Rogue needs Dex? and
yeah,
Wisdom?
he
No, Monk is Wisdom.
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, Monk is Wisdom to get into that class, but he went to Rogue, so he just needs a Dex of 13, which, you know, monks are
Works
going to
with
be
monks.
generally Dexterity-based creatures. You can make them Strength, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, that's something I've been looking into quite a bit as of late, just to see what the fuck that's about. And yeah,
Mhm.
no, strength-based monks are a thing. They're crazy.
Yep, but first we're going to go with the ability score point buy. So we're going to have to get... You have 27 points.
Yep, I actually got the ability score calculator.
Yep. Oh, you got the calculator? Okay, but
Yeah.
just...
Calculator
I mean,
makes things easy.
I know it makes things easy, but we can't see
But
it
no,
on my
it's like-
stream. You know what I mean?
If I remember, it's like it costs 1 point to put up for up to 14. But once you reach 14, it costs 2.
You
change
got,
the point.
15. Basically, it goes from 8 costs you 0 points, 9 costs you 1, 10 costs you 2, 11. And when I'm saying the 11 and then through 8 so far, that's the ability score. Again, I'm saying this for the people who might not know exactly.
Everything starts at 8.
Yep. The score of 12 costs you 4 points, 13 costs you 5 points, 14 costs you 7, and then 15 costs you 9. Now, basically, with those, you have 27 points to spend total between all those.
You can't go
to
above
start.
15.
And you cannot go above 15 to start with. However, if you put a 15, like say he puts it in his dexterity bonus, and his race gets him above that, that can definitely happen. It all depends on how you want to play the character. If you want to have a well-rounded character, there are basically ways to make it where your stats are pretty much all together, with some just higher up and stuff like that.
I can tell you that Hobgoblin doesn't get a plus in dexterity. Yeah,
No.
plus 2 in con and a plus 1 in intelligence.
Mm-hmm. So.
I just had a fucking amazing idea for a class that I'm gonna hate myself.
Mm-hmm. But why don't you explain your thought process, Finn, of what you're thinking here with this character?
Well, my thought of this character is it's a Hobgoblin. I'm kind of going a little bit ninja-y because Hobgoblins, for some reason, D&D always shown with a lot of Asian motifs.
Mm-hmm.
like this common and all hobgoblin. Oh, they look like samurais. Or the Mongols. That's what to do.
Okay. What are you thinking for your
My thought
stats,
process,
though?
I'm definitely going for kind of a stealthy ninja type character who can, using monk abilities as well as rogue abilities, go around, hit hard, move out of danger, strike from the shadows, while also basically fucking with everyone with ki.
Okay. Now, the good thing is you actually get training as a hobgoblin with 2 martial weapons right away.
Yeah.
So-
Sadly, you can't. I think we're going Kensai monk, and Kensai can't use martial weapons besides the longbow.
Actually,
Besides the longbow.
hold on.
Yeah, they prefer bladed.
Yep, hold on. I'm looking in my books. And if people see me leaning down and stuff, I'm literally looking in books, so.
Which, when I get to Kensai, I'm planning to take the longbow and a short sword, so I have a finesse weapon and a ranged weapon for Kensai weapons.
Okay, because I know a guy who used the longsword, yeah, so.
Is a longsword a finesse weapon? I know you need finesse for a sneak
No,
attack, right?
longsword is a strength weapon, but it all depends because Kensai,
Choose 2 types of weapons to be your Kensai weapons: 1 melee weapon and 1 ranged weapon. Each of these weapons can
yeah,
be a single
Fen,
or-
you don't have,
simple,
you can,
simple or martial.
yeah,
You can have martial.
you can
Oh.
choose whatever you want. You're not restricted to those. You can choose whatever you want.
Oh, nice.
It says the longbow
As long
is
as
a
it
valid
lacks
choice.
the heavy or special properties. It
Yeah.
has to
Then
lack those 2.
I will definitely make sure to take
Longbow is a
take
valid choice,
efficiency
apparently.
Mm-hmm.
in some stuff. I have to load up my D&D 5e whole rulebook so I can look at that later. But
But
okay, let's get my stats out of the way first.
yes. And explain your process while you're thinking with your stats and explain your point buying process too.
Well, because I am doing a monk and rogue, dexterity and wisdom are my main thing. Dexterity will be my core stat, which I think I am going to bump to 15, which will cost me 9 points.
Okay, so you would have 16 points left after that point.
Yes. Give me a +2 in dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
As for my wisdom, I am probably just gonna bump that up to a. Let's start with a 13 and see if I have any points left to bump in it, which will cost me 5 points.
Mm-hmm. So you're down to 11 points.
Yes.
And I'm doing the math for people so they can see like kind of how to do this. So
As for my intelligence, my charisma, I at least currently want to get that to a 0, so I will spend 2 points to bump it up to a 10.
okay, so you're down to 9.
16 out of 27, yes.
Yep.
So I got my last 9 points, which I will first spend. Okay, sorry, I'm putting first. This is how I do. I always make sure to get something to a minimum, but with a.
Okay, so you spend another how many points?
I put 2 points in strength so far, and then I will put my brain. Why has my brain stopped working?
I don't know. You tell me.
My back hurts.
That's not your brain.
My brain thinks about it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Okay, so I put
Also, my
that
music's
as 0. One
apparently a
second,
little-
put that back down the base.
Yeah, sorry. Apparently the music's a little low, so I'm gonna turn that up for a second.
I will put 1 point into intelligence, which will put my everything at 0. Taking my constitution and intelligence at -1, but with my racial bonus, they're both at 0. Now I'm going to think. Okay,
Yeah,
what
your
do I wanna
con will
build from
be-
here?
Yep.
Yeah, with these last 8 points I have, how I want to.
You spent more than that in strength, didn't you, to get it up to a 10?
No, I'm gonna put 2 points. I'm currently looking at the calculator, and I have 19 out of 27 spent. Just let me double check that I have it all written down correctly, and yeah, I have 19 out of 27 spent.
Okay, so you technically have 7 points then left.
19 out of 27. That's 8.
Right. My brain apparently.
What is a brain but a useless pile of fatty acids and electricity?
question.
Your local psych major disagrees.
Speaking of which, can you come here to my depression doc? I'm just kidding.
Okay, now I'm thinking. Okay, my constitution and intelligence, all my stats I get. Constitution is important because it's health.
Yep,
I think
and
I
you're a
want to put-
you're a frontline fighter, even if you are a rogue. So, except unless you went, bow wise, but that's up to you.
So I think I'm gonna bump my ability score for my constitution up to a 12, which gives me which would give me a 12, but then +2 for the hobgoblins, which would give me 14, which is would be a +2 to constitution.
Yep, that's not a bad one.
Yeah. And intelligence, intelligence is important, especially if I'm going to do a lot of take certain proficiencies and stuff. I want to be able to use sneaky thieves tools. 'Cause I think thieves tools is intelligent, isn't it?
Thieves tools is more dexterous kind of thing.
What's going on?
Thieves tools,
blanked
because
out.
you're not really using intelligence. You're using your hands to dexterity, and I think that's actually listed in one of these books somewhere. I would have to take a look.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
I've always personally used that as a dexterity. So, whoa,
Oh,
Whoa.
the wind! The wind has come.
who was that?
What?
Not a clue.
It was Fen. It was Teapot.
Was it?
It was a Fen. Lol. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Was what? Unless that was you, Mallow. But I don't think your mic's that loud.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I heard it too, and I'm like, what the heck was that?
Well, I'm gonna spend a total of 3 points into intelligence to bump it up to an 11, which would give me a 0. And for the last 2 points will go into strength. Give me a 12 in strength.
Okay. Yeah. So you went with a very
Good.
kind of balanced build, in all honesty, where you don't really have any weaknesses. So.
Right now, I'm starting off. I'm going a little bit of balance, but when I go out, when I get ability score modifiers and other such feats and stuff, I'll definitely bunk it down into wide.
Well, don't forget at this point, even if you take feats, though, if we ever get to that with this game, because we're doing the point bite system, you're actually a lot lower than you are in the other games. So maybe it's better to spend it on an ASI instead of a feat.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing ability score increase, mostly because I have it set up so I can get
Because
intelligence up to a +1 and and wisdom up to a +2.
Right, because right now you have an armor class of 12, so.
Yeah, but I also get unarmored defense.
Right, and that's already basing it after your unarmored defense.
Is the D&D not D&D?
Wait, hold on
Wings
a
of
minute.
Freedom
No, it
even
should be a
calculating?
13. I think it should be a
Yeah,
13.
because sometimes you need to add that.
Yeah. But either way,
Wings
we'll
of
get to
Freedom
that
doesn't
later.
like adding monk stuff.
Okay. So now at
But
this
yeah,
point,
that's my base build right there.
yep, that's your ability scores. All right, so now we would add basically your racial traits and everything.
Which is a +2 to Constitution. That's
Yep.
up to 14, and a +1 in Intelligence, which puts me up to a +1 in Intelligence.
So,
Which is suddenly looking a lot better,
Mhm.
score-wise.
well, yes, because again, you went with a very balanced build. In all honesty, you're not this. I mean, you're not very, great in dex wise, but I mean, overall the board, you don't really have any weakness. I mean, you're average in charisma, and then you're starting to go above average in everything else, pretty much. So that's with your build.
Let's wait till we start getting the monk stuff, and that will start going up.
Yep. All right, and then we would go over your alignment size, but size, whatever, alignment, for the most part, I really don't follow that. It's how you want to play them. Your speed's 30 like normal, except you took some
Now,
monks, so you might
based
get
on the
that.
character, you told us you want us to have a reason for joining what we're joining.
Yeah, but I'm going over your other stuff for dark vision and stuff, so we can get that over,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we'll get into the esoteric. Okay.
We'll get into the background after we've made the character.
Well, yeah, I get
Yeah.
I get 60 via dark vision. I get the proficiency with 2 martial weapons, which I will go over and choose later when we work with everyone else, because that's gonna be probably 15 minutes of me thinking about stuff.
Yeah,
quietly to myself.
we'll stop at this point, except we'll have you roll hit points, so we can just get your stats, and then we'll go to the next person, okay? So no one's
Yeah.
just waiting, and
And
that gives you
honestly,
time
I
to
just want
think.
to talk about what my idea for my character's backstory and what his alignment is.
Right, so we can
Which
talk
I
about
want
that.
to ask, will you allow an evil character in this?
depends.
I
on
won't
how
say
well
no, but I
invested
can't
the
say that,
character
bad things won't happen to them.
Because I'm saying, based on the character, he's joined the crew, he's signed a contract, he's lawful evil, so he's bound. He has at least like a binding to do that contract.
You'll have to
and
see
follow
what
the
happens
contract.
then, because, you might be evil, but no one else might be. So if you do stuff, your character might die. I'm going to tell you right there, okay? It all depends on what you're doing with your character if you really want them to be evil. So if you want to play an evil character in this game, that's fine, because this is, again, a spin-off. But I'm not going to guarantee your safety if you go evil, all right? And that's for anybody here, okay?
That's fine by me. I'm taking on the risk by doing it.
All right. But let's roll your hit points. So to start off with your hit points, you get an automatic D8 plus your con modifier right away. Okay. So that would give you 10 hit points. And then you would get another 8. And then because
you get a full automatic 8, you said?
Yeah, when you first start at first levels, you get the max hit points of your first class.
Okay, I forgot. It's been a while since I made a character, okay?
I know.
So I get another D8, I get another D8 plus 2.
Yep, so you just rolled it. So you get another 8, so you're up to 18 hit points, which is not bad. And then you get another D8 because you went rogue, and rogues get D8s as well.
Lots of D8s flying around today. Oh,
And
that's not as good. That's 3. That's 5, which is not
That's
that
5,
bad.
which is up to 23, which is not bad in all honesty.
It's not bad for a level 3 starter.
No, because if you took the average of those 8, which would be 4, you would have got 7 plus 7, 14. You're 1 hit point below your average, technically, right now.
Well, I have to be extra careful then.
Yeah, well, I know, But yeah, so that's your base stats right now. I'll let you start thinking of, like, what weapons and stuff you want to put in kind of deal. And stuff like that, and then we can get into your backstory and stuff like that, especially. And you can choose, from the books, what kind of actual backstory you want, like,
Background.
your background, like a folk hero, military, whatever, But until then, we're gonna go with Teapot next.
So, I'll be honest, I have no idea what class I really am like looking to dig into. However,
Okay.
since we have a barbarian rogue hybrid,
Monk rogue.
excuse me, monk rogue hybrid, I'm looking at the D&D Beyond's basic player's handbook classes, and there are conveniently 12 classes, so I could just roll a D10 and see what I get, because
You mean
I
a
am
D12?
lazy like that. No, I'm taking 2 out.
Oh, okay. What 2?
I'm taking rogue and monk out.
Oh,
Wait,
fair
you
enough.
don't want to be a pure blood rogue next to the ninja rogue.
Oh my God,
I mean-
did you get Blood Hunter?
No, I got wizard, which
Oh, that's a good one.
okay.
That's what you played last time, isn't it?
No, he played a sorcerer.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, I'll rock wizard. That's
All right. What kind of wizard do you want to be?
Okay.
Because
Well-
are you gonna multi-class like Fen did?
No, I'm just gonna go straight wizard because I'm
Okay.
that kind of dude.
All right, you would get to choose your.
Fireball.
Look, I will be taking fireball. You will not stop me.
But fireball.
Nothing but fireball. That's level 5 though.
Look,
unfortunately.
Fireball is the best spell ever. All right, I will say that right now. All right,
It
so
answers every question. It's like, it's a 5-foot room. I
Yep.
didn't stutter, DM.
fair enough. But first, let's get your points in, and then we can actually go into the nitty-gritty of what you're gonna do. Because unlike Fen's character, who multi-classed, Teapot is
I don't have
actually
any
gonna get.
restrictions.
Yeah, Teapot's basic. Wait, you should be able to play in this. It's in your journal. You can edit and control it.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I said I don't have any restrictions for like I don't
Right.
need to have a dexterity of 13.
Right. Also, besides that, you also get to choose your college. So you get
Yes.
to specialize already, whereas Fen's kind of working to that specialization, but he's not there yet. So.
Now here's the great divide. Before I actually start putting points in, I need to figure out what race I'm gonna be so I can like figure out what I'm doing with my points because and I can't decide between doing like an Aarakocra because flying and that'd be great, or something else like a Minotaur would be really weird but kind of neat,
Minotaur
Or-
Wizard. Ooh, I have an idea now.
or like a Yuan-ti. Like a Yuan-ti pureblood would be hilarious, or Warforged Wizard. Like what?
I mean, you can do that. I mean, Warforged are very specialized, so.
You know what? F it. I kind of dig the idea of either an Arakaka or a Warforged, which are like the two opposite sides of the naming spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm that crazy of a guy, I'm gonna roll a D2. Actually, excuse me. No, I'm gonna roll a D6. Evens will be Arakakra, odds will be Warforged.
All right, fair enough.
All right, Arakakra it is. That makes my
There
life
you go,
really,
easy enough.
really
And I mean, you don't have to. And for people watching, you don't necessarily have to roll for your stuff. You can just like say, "I want to do this immediately." Like the Minotaur Wizard sounds stupidly funny to me, though he will definitely be muscled and everything, and may not have the best intelligence right away. But you can do stupid ideas like that. Those are always fun to do.
Absolutely. I'm rolling for it purely because I can't decide, and when I can't decide things, I let the dice and fate decide.
Mm-hmm. Now,
because
with
it's the yeah.
with your guys' characters, if you choose an animal or anything, and you want something like very specific, like, I want a bald eagle, Arakakra. Tell me that, okay, and we can definitely work with it. We're not doing hybrids in this one, like our dear Boomy. We're going to just do straight races, but you can definitely change the. I want to say phenotype, but not many people know that. You can change the outward appearance of them.
Yeah, to flavor it and color it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Because imagination.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna play it up as a blue jay, like because blue jay, and I'm a sucker for blue jays.
All right, all right.
Oh, same, buddy. They're great.
I have a very long history with blue jays, being from the south.
Gotcha. Speaking of which, all right, I gotta find out what book that's in real quick. But go ahead. Okay. Element Evil.
Wait, does it say on here what book it's from? It does not say
it's the Elements of Evil.
Gotcha.
So, yep, you're good. I have it, so we're good.
Do you want me to run through the racial traits because I have them just open in front of me, or do
you get a Dex and Wisdom score? We got to get your stats first, and then we'll go from there.
Right. So obviously, the first thing I'm doing is I'm jumping everything into Intelligence to get that to a 15 because I'm a wizard, and that's gonna take 9 points.
Yep.
Because that's just what you do. I'm going to.
Oh well, first hold on. We got to choose your class here. Wizard.
Oh, right.
And,
I'm looking. I'm doing everything on paper versus
I know.
in Roll20. So
yep. Well,
yeah.
open up your thing so you can do it as well. I've already changed up most of your stuff for the wizard. All right.
Yeah. Intelligence, I'm bumping to a 15 immediately because, and that's 8 points, I think.
9.
9. Excuse me. I'm gonna bump that to the thing. I'm gonna bump my dex to a 13. No, I need to bump my dex to a. I'm gonna bump my dex to a. Bump my dex to a 14, which is gonna cost me 7.
Ooh, you big spender.
Yeah, I'm playing a bird. Like,
yeah,
I can't be hit. I die.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be having some negative stats, which negative stats are always fun. I always like to have at least one negative stats in most of the characters I play, for the most part, or at least a 0, because those can just lead to some stupid moments. Like Bavine. He couldn't walk upstairs because his fucking deck sucked.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna have any I'm not gonna have any negatives. I'm just gonna have zeros.
I know, but still, I mean, those can create, funny moments.
Oh yeah, it can. You're absolutely right. I'm just too much of a numbers guy to let myself have negatives.
Ah, you mean Max? Yes.
I think you have like a -1 in strength.
This is why I prefer having point buy to dice.
Yep, she did. She did. Yeah, don't forget to change your decks in the game.
Yes,
Yeah,
dex is.
Because otherwise the stream can't see it, so it's like.
Right.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm gonna bump my No, I'm gonna bump my wisdom to 9. And there's a reason for that, so that's gonna cost me 1 point. Wisdom goes to. Yeah, wisdom goes to 9 because I'll figure that out in a second. Charisma I'll bump to 10. That'll cost me 2. Con I'll bump to 10, which will cost me 2. And Strength I'll bump to 10, which will also cost me 2. Which leaves me with 4 points remaining that I can kind of put wherever I want.
Except for your intelligence, unfortunately.
Except for my intelligence and except for my dex, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, you could bump up that. You could bump up that with 2 points to your dexterity and get it a little higher if you really wanted, but.
No, because my racial bonus is give me a +2, and I can only max out on a 15 in buying an ability score.
Right, but then you go to a 17 is what I'm saying. But you're right, because then the 16 also gets you the benefit of what a 17 would, So
Correct.
fair point, fair point.
This is why I'm a numbers guy. I'm gonna bump my con by 2, which leaves me with 2 points remaining to spend for point cost. And what else do I
All right,
want?
so you went to a 12 then,
So
right?
yeah, 12 on con, which gives me a +1, which is nice. And then I'll bump my charisma to 12 as well, just to be a sociable guy and not like a terrible person.
Yep,
which
fair enough.
leaves me at a net 27. Hooray!
Very nice.
And then my
Alright.
racial stuff comes in.
Yes, and for Aarakocra, you get a
Uh,
Dex and Wisdom, if I believe, right?
I get +2 dex, which puts me to a 16.
Your
and then I
Dex
get a
is higher
+1.
than your intelligence.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not. No one's gonna hit me. No one's going to touch me. And
Oh, we'll
wisdom is
see
gonna
about
go
that.
to 10.
Fair
So,
enough.
hooray!
Yeah, the only thing is you are paper mache, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. I'm 100% paper mache.
Yeah.
I'm never not going to be paper mache.
Yes. Now the good thing is because you are an Aarakocra and you are a wizard, you don't have to worry about armor because as an Aarakocra, you can't wear medium or heavy armor. However, with an Aarakocra though, you have a base speed for walking of 25, but you have a flying speed of 50.
That's why I
always-
wanted it.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yes.
All right, now let's roll your hit dice, which would be 7
Are
to
we
start
rolling?
with.
Are we rolling hit dice, or we take the average?
I would say roll it. If you do get a 1, I allow
Okay.
I allow a mulligan. But the first one is always max, so that's 7.
So I'm gonna roll 2d6
Mhm.
because I'm a wizard. 4 and 4, 8. Cool. So I'm at 15 HP.
Don't forget to add your con onto there, so that's plus 10.
Okay, 18.
Yep. No, you would be at 17 because
Right. I'm.
S-
Yes.
six.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, no. 7 plus 8 is 15. Plus 3. Right? Yes.
No. Okay.
Wait.
you
no,
had
I'm an
7.
because
You
I
had...
had the +1. You're right.
All right, numbers
you're
guy.
right.
Hold on. You
I
had
moved
7.
very quickly.
Yeah, you had 7 to start with because that's your max HP with your con modifier because it's 6 plus 1. That's 7. You just roll 2 4s for your stuff. Then you
Which comes
add
to 5 and 5.
yes, which comes to 5 and 5, which is 10. So it would be a current max HP of 17.
Yes.
There you go. Now, before we go, because we didn't have to do this with Fen, we're going to have you do this if you want to. What college do you want to be a part of?
Here's the interesting one.
Yes, and you
So
can find
either-
all these pages, by the way, in the player's handbook. If people want me to read out the pages, just say something, and I can definitely say it. But until then, we're just going to be going through the book. This book here is the only book you need to ever play D&D with, technically. All the others technically are supplemental. You can play with just the base book. Seriously.
Right. So, So here's the big catch.
Mm-hmm.
Either like evocation is just so good for when you do get evocation and like you get fireball and things, or I take necromancy and I become that kind of guy.
I gotta say, as someone who actually was playing up to I think I got to a level 11 necromantic wizard, it got fun.
Yeah. Oh,
Those are
man.
always fun.
I can't decide between, because I mean fireball fixes everything, and when you can cast fireball and not hurt your friends, it's just that much better.
Yeah, and again,
Um,
I mean, it all depends on what you want to do with this. This is a have fun session, so I'm not restricting that. Just like I'm not restricting, Fen wanting to be evil. But I also put the disclaimer: he acts up, and a character, an NPC or something, might actually attack him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, look, hey, if the character deserves it, the character deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm gonna try to be that more cunning form of evil. I'm not gonna go kill baby. I'm lawful evil. I'll just deal with my problem like, oh, we need to get rid of this guy. Well, I have a blade and he has a neck. Let's find out what happens.
You
Go
gotta
deal-
hate
go
off
deal
to
with-
kill the baby.
Go,
That's
go
that's
deal
the
this.
difference.
Go deal with
Hey,
this
he
person.
won't kill babies. He'll kill off the toddler.
Fair enough. All right, but do you want to roll? Yeah, do you want to
You
roll
know
for
what?
it, Teapot, or
Yeah,
do you
I'll
want
roll for it. We'll say. We'll say evens are evocation, odds are necromancy.
Because odd is always necromancy. Oh look,
Odd is
necromancy.
necromancy.
All
Oh boy,
right.
this is gonna be very interesting.
All right, so you are a necromantic wizard.
Yeah, and I'll put in all my features and traits and all the wonderful.
Yep, and
stuff
we'll
that
go
comes
over
with it.
those in a second. I love necromantic wizards, I really do, and I hope to be able to one day finish up that one necromantic wizard, but we'll have to see. So, all right, but next in the line would be, I think, Burnt. Wasn't? Yep, Burnt with a 5.
Hmm.
All right, it's
Yeah.
your turn, Burnt.
That it is. Okay, so I have 2 ideas for a character, and I hate both of them.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about like when Fan had brought up the idea of multi-classing, I'm like, okay, I forgot I could do that. Maybe I tried that out. And the first thing that came to mind was a multi-class of a cleric bard.
Ooh.
He's gonna be a fucking preacher that just roams the fucking
Oh
continent
my
of
God.
tal'dorei, being like, tal'dorei, fuck yeah.
I believe.
Clerical buff.
I believe in the
believe in
light
the
of
big
my
God.
God, and I have
Which
to talk
god does
like
he preach
this.
about?
He's
I
a
Exactly.
believe in
loud
the land, I
southern
believe in the gods.
pastor.
The loud southern church-going
Yes.
preacher.
Yeah.
Oh dear sweet
Yeah.
baby
Yeah,
Jesus.
the voice of God.
Yeah, basically.
Do you understand my plight?
Oh, now he's
Set up.
Elvis. Okay.
I love it. Actually, it's amazing.
Okay, what's the other idea then?
The other idea is if I went with a cleric, a blood hunter.
That would
But
be
I was like-
that would be a little hard because there isn't a prerequisite technically for a blood hunter.
There is a prerequisite for blood
Oh.
hunter. Wisdom of 13.
A cleric that's
is why it
fallen
would
to
work.
blood hunting.
Yeah, that
Ba-
was
so
my other
basically you're-
idea. I don't know how I'd work it. I haven't really thought of how like the character would work out because I was having too much fun figuring out the fucking preacher who roams the fucking. He just sings songs of praise towards his gods.
Okay, okay.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Can I get a praise, Muhammad?
Burn the blood of dragon.
Oh my god! I should make it a kobold so he just praises.
Oh dear sweet
Bahamut.
baby Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. All right, sold.
Okay.
It's a cleric 2nd level, bard 1.
Okay.
Kobold.
Okay, so
Let's
we'll
go.
all right, let's choose. Okay, so
No.
cleric, level 2. Hold on. Level 2. We'll get this all set up. All right, and then you went to 2nd class, bard.
Yes.
We
Level
have the
1.
weirdest party.
You do have
Oh,
the weirdest
trust me.
fucking party.
It's gonna be fantastic.
All right, there you go. All right. So just so you know, Burnt, you only get 1st level spells.
Oh, trust me,
No,
I
actually,
understand.
would you go up to 3rd? All right. You talk about your stats while I look this part up, okay?
Yep. So as a kobold, I get a +2 to Dex straight off the bat.
Just do your base stats first, and then we'll go with your racial stats.
Okay, let's do the point by then.
Yep.
I'm doing this on D&D Beyond, and I'll add them over afterwards.
Yep, fair enough.
that
But
make
explain
sense?
what you're doing, okay?
Yep. So.
Because people can't see you.
Yeah, raise kobold. So, what I'm thinking is, as he is a cleric and a bard, I need to make sure that my wisdom and my charisma is decently high. They both need to be my kind of important stats, right? Mostly wisdom, because that's going to be the primary class. I'm going to I'll put a 15 into that, just to make sure that I have...
Yeah, but don't forget you're going to need charisma as well for being the bard.
I know.
Which I believe
Yeah.
is... Hold on. Let me look up multi-classing. Bard. You need a charisma of 13 to start, so...
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next, is wisdom of 15, charisma 13.
Okay.
Con, I'm going to have it, let's say a nice 12. We'll have a... I'm not really interested in intelligence all too much. But I also want to make sure that my dex is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played a cleric before. I've played a bard, so I kind of know what to expect from that. But multiclassing a cleric into a bard, I feel like I need to. I don't know if strength is even important with them.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I am a kobold, so I have -2 strength to begin with.
Okay, see how that works. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was reading how the spell is going to work, and I have an answer for that, but we'll get into that later.
I'm gonna go 10 into strength. And intelligence is gonna... No, not intelligence. Dexterity is gonna be also a... is gonna be 11. Can I buff anything? I can buff my con. I'm gonna go 14 into con. And go 9 in intelligence. So my stats... starting stats is 10 strength,
Yep,
11
right.
dexterity,
Yep, write them out
14
on the.
constitution.
Yep, write them
Yeah.
out on the sheet.
I will. Strength is going to be 10. Well, actually, no. Strength ends up being an 8 because of a negative.
Well,
2.
we'll get into that. Just write the point system down first, okay?
All right. 11. Nope. Con is 14. Intelligence is a 9.
You a dumb kobold.
I'm not very smart. Wisdom is a 15. And charisma is a 13. Okay, so with that all added, I also need to add my racial differences. So -2 to my strength, so that's now an 8.
Because kobolds are weak as fuck.
But my dexterity gets a +2 because I'm dexterous. So I'm
Yep,
at
so you get to
13.
go up to a 13.
That I do. And I believe that is it for me.
That's it. I mean, you do get
for-
some other stuff along with that. Now, I looked up the spell casting for this, okay?
Yep.
You will be a 3rd level spellcaster, so you will have access to 2nd level slots. However, when you're preparing your spells, you can only prepare 1st levels in each class right now.
Yep. I have the option to do 2nd levels, so I can
But
cast
you
first
have-
levels as 2nd levels, but I can't
Right, you can
I like
cast them
have-
as 2nd levels, but you cannot
prepare them.
you cannot prepare 2nd level, or you cannot prepare 2nd level spells yet because you're only 2nd level in cleric, which only gets 3 first level spell slots, and then
Yeah.
your bard only gets 2. So you're gonna get to know your 2. You're gonna get the bard spells automatically, along with all the cantrips
Indeed.
and everything. So you'll be able to get all those, but and you'll be able to be, at least the, same spell casting level, but you'll never be able to know, like, 2nd level, like, what do you call it? Lesser restoration. You won't be able to prepare that right now.
Yeah.
And you don't get, I don't think you get a college yet. I think those are level 2.
I don't.
For cleric and wait, cleric you might get a domain.
Let's have a look. I do get a divine domain. That's at
Yep.
1st level.
Yep. So you do get to choose a domain. Okay.
Fuck, what do I want to do?
Yep. But first, while you're thinking of that, let's roll your hit dice.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Hit dice.
So your first one,
So-
because you went cleric, is still a D8 plus 2, so you have 10 to start with.
I do.
Okay.
Correct.
And then both bards and clerics are D8s after that point, so this will be pretty easy. So again, just roll two of them, and we'll add 4 at that point.
So 5. So 7 for the first one.
Yep, 7 because you rolled a 5. Nice. All right, so you're up to 17.
Oh, it's a natural 1.
You get, like I said, everybody gets 1 as a mulligan.
I
So
just
go
keep
ahead.
seeing
You
it.
gotta take it.
2.
It's better. It's better.
Yeah.
All right, so
And
that'd be 11.
finally,
You got 21 hit points
Total.
total.
Nice.
That's your maximum hit points.
Yeah. 21. Not too bad.
Yep.
To be fair.
All right. Do you have a domain in mind right now, or are you still a little thinking?
I hadn't looked into them. I'll have a quick look to see if I see anything.
Okay. While
Because
you're,
I
go ahead.
need to look at what Bahamut is real quick.
Bahamut is the platinum dragon. Easy enough. So again, if you want to work in a domain that might not necessarily be part of his in that one, you can. We just have to talk about it, which comes, and stuff like that. All right, but we're gonna move on to Mallow now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
Mallow, what kind of character do you want?
I've been pondering for a while with how this party is, and I'll go as a fighter.
Okay,
How about?
I respect. I respect. Do you want to use that point system everybody's using so that you can kind of see how it's working? With the thing he
definitely.
shared. Okay. Have you thought about a race yet?
I want to be very, very typical. So human.
Ah, human.
Nice.
Regular or
Okay.
variant?
Do you want to start with a feat, or do you want to start with
Plus
what
one
is
to
it, like a
everything.
plus one?
plus
to
one to all
everything?
your stats. Yeah.
I feel like a feat would be real good for you.
Well, let's find out what he wants to do.
Well, it depends on the class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just gonna be human fighter. I'm just gonna go through with that.
Okay.
Spider-Man?
feat.
Humans.
Spider-Man.
Yep. Hold on, guys.
Feat.
Humans do have a variant with that, so you can get a plus one to all your stats right away, or you can get a plus one to one stat and take a feat.
I'll take a plus one to all stats, I guess.
All right, so fair enough. All right, so let's work on your stats. Okay.
Okay.
As a fighter, strength and con are your two big ones
All right.
because you're going to be frontline fighting, but you can also make a dex fighter too. Fighters are basically, oh my god, my voice. I'm going to need to get a drink after we help Mallow here. Fighters are basically whatever you want to make. You can make a ranged fighter, you can make a melee fighter, you could even make a magic fighter at one point. If you go into a certain class. Fighters are basically you need a guy to fill in for anything? I can fill in for anything.
It's kind of funny. I want to just make him a jack of all trades. Maybe he's gonna be bland because it's a stereotype among D&D. Human fighter being the most overused class.
Yes, the human god.
Yes.
Fair
But-
enough.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
so what would you like to do with your stats? You have 27 points to spend on that calculator.
27.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm having a difficulty figuring out how to make this work. I do want to at least go with intelligence and constitution. and
As your-
strength as well.
Okay, so you want those three to be big stats?
Yeah.
Okay. How high are you wanting them to go?
All right. I'll have constitution B2.
So you want it to a +2. So do you want it a 12 or a 13?
a 13.
A 13? Okay, so that will cost you 5 points.
Yeah. Alright. And I'll have my intelligence up to 13 as well.
All right, another 5 points. You have 17 points to go.
Alright, I guess a 13 again for strength.
All
I'll
right.
likely increase the other ones later, but I'm just trying to figure it out.
Well, you've taken 50. You still have 12 points to spend, my dude.
Yes. I want to decrease charisma. Is that allowed?
Yeah, the lowest you can go is an 8, and that costs you
Yeah.
0 points.
Okay. I want to give him at least somewhat of a struggle.
Okay.
And with the wisdom, I guess I would go with the 1 again. 13 again.
13 again? Okay, that's another -5 at that point. So you've
Yeah.
spent 20 points. You have 7 left.
I have 7 left. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll use it all on dexterity.
Okay, so that will be a 14.
All right. There we go.
And there you go. Now, as a human, add +1 to all those stats, my boy.
Yay! Okay.
Power of man.
Exactly. Humans, jack of all trades, fighter, jack of all trades. Together, very powerful, actually.
I have
Yeah.
so many proficiencies.
Yes, you fucking do.
All right.
But we'll get into that in a
Perfect.
minute. Yep. All right. Now, what level are you wanting to go all in fighter, or what are you wanting to do?
All right. I need to look at the fire class since I actually did not look into them much compared to a lot of other classes I know.
Okay. Well, your mainstays, you have the champion, the battle master, and this is what you get at 3rd levels, okay? But you can do multi-classing too if you want, you know.
Yeah,
That's why-
indeed.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Or if you go straight full fighter right now, you can be an Eldritch Knight. And then we go to where's my Xanathars. It's right. Where's my Xanathars? There's my Xanathars. And then from Xanathars, you can also be a samurai, a cavalier, or an arcane archer.
You know what? I may as well just go with normal fire right now, and we'll see how things go from there.
Well, no, you're going all 3rd level.
Yeah, at 3rd level.
All right, you get to choose a specialization, which is what I read off to you.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yep.
It's kind of like when how you're a warlock, you get to choose that your specialization at level 1. It's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Except for level 3. So basically, it's what kind of fighter you are.
Yep.
Battle Master is fun, I think.
Yeah.
But it requires a lot more thought.
Is Battlemaster what Boomy is?
No, she's
Bo-
a gunslinger.
Gunslinger. You can also do gunslinger as well if you really, really want. We can work with that.
I don't want to be a gunslinger. I worry about the thought of just breaking
Shooting
my
your friends.
gun instantly.
Well, there's
Gun
a
jams.
they hit hard, but they do have their drawbacks with that. However, there are checks to be able to fix it. So,
Yeah. Fair.
The Battle Master is the subclass that basically you get a special pool of dice that you can roll to like trip your opponent, knock them away, disarm them.
yep.
I mean, think of it, the Battle Master and the Gunslinger are very similar, except the Gunslinger is based on range.
Right, and you
I
don't
guess
get
I'll
dice.
go with a Battlemaster.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. I will go over that with you when we're done. But before that, hold on. That's sub race. I want subclass. Jesus. All right. But before that, we're gonna take a quick break so I can go get some fucking water or something to drink because my throat's hurting. So I'll be right back, chat.
Fair enough. All right.
Get wrecked.
And then we'll go to Fen about what more stuff he gets, and then we'll keep going through that and basically showing you how we kind of create. This is what this is before right now. This is the base stats you are going to use as your character. This is kind of like when you roll a dice, this is the stuff you're going to add. We're going to get a little more detailed now into like what skills and stuff like that and what's known as proficiencies you're good in with that. But until then, I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. And you get to
Okay.
see my plaid pajamas, I guess?
I've figured out what which divine one I'm going with.
Oh,
And
really?
I'm so excited, yeah.
By
Hold
all
on.
means, let me know.
The divine domain, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with war, which would be fucking fantastic. It's like, tal'dorei, fuck yeah. Unite all the race, fuck all the walls, yeah. Walls, yeah. Or some shit like that. And that's just his, that's his catchphrase.
Oh no!
Hey,
I
you're-
realized I was
You're
picking
gonna
my
have the
spells,
entire
and I realized I
ship
get more
thing
spells.
wrong.
Need
no.
more spells with spells on spells.
Okay. I forgot that as a wizard at level 1, you get 6 level 1 spells to know, and you can only prepare X amount. I've just been going through like, what spells do I need to take for my, blah 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 levels? And I'm like, oh
That's
wait, I get to double the number of level 1 spell slots I know. Why do I get to double these? This is dumb.
I'm
you
trying to
got
figure
a
out
lot.
what martial weapon I should take. Should I take proficiency in nets?
Obviously you take proficiency in nets. You always take proficiency in nets.
Just throwing that to... Because I have proficiency in so much already. Simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, short swords, rapiers, light armor, longbow.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
boy.
basically a fighter at this point.
I mean, kinda. Okay, so I do take that. I take that. So that's that'll solve my level 1 BS. That was a noise.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
I
back.
have too many proficiencies.
Well, that's your own
I
damn
am
fault.
basically a fighter at this point. I have so many
Well,
weapon
hold on.
proficiencies.
Well,
Oh, I
well,
get
fighter doesn't get that many
cantrips based
proficiency.
on. Oh, I'm gonna love this.
Because
on.
because fighter gets simple and a full martial,
Uh-oh. My bad.
and I basically know like half the martial weapons. As
Oh, you
proficiency
mean in
already.
weapons? Yes, you are
Yeah.
correct. I thought you meant like in your stats. All right, so we're.
I'm proficient in almost. I'm thinking proficiency in nets just to be funny, and you have to just carry around nets with me.
Jesus. Do you? I don't know if you get all those skills when you multi-class. Hold on.
6. So I know 4 more spells. God. Do I learn?
I assume I get the proficiencies in the class when I multi-class into it, don't I?
Multi-class. When you gain your first level in the class other than your initial class, you gain only some of the new classes starting proficiencies as shown as multi-classing proficiency tables.
Where's the table? What page is the table located on?
The page table is on 164.
In the player's handbook?
Yep, a rogue, you would get light armor, 1 skill from the class's skill list, and thieves' tools.
Okay, I'm gonna need to redo this real quick.
Yes, you are. That's the
Unless I
thing
want
about...
to take, rogue as my first level and then take the rest as monk.
Well, monk, you don't get any extra proficiencies with that.
Really, monk gets nothing.
Monk gets simple weapons and short swords as multi-classing option.
Mm-hmm.
I might take it so I get the 4 skills with the rogue and then take the monk as the second multi-class. I have to redo everything. Fuck.
You would still lose a bunch of those that you already did, so... I mean, monk
Well,
and rogue share a good amount of them, so...
Well, monk only gets 2, while rogue gets to pick 4. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. But you also will get 3 because you do get 1 from, what do you call it, from your rogue thing. And then you also get thieves' tools. Which, if you wanted to fend, you would have to choose thieves' tools to get proficiency in as well anyway. So they're already giving you 2 extra right now from the skill and the thieves' tools.
You said 168? Oh, 164?
164, yes. Wizard and Sorcerer get nothing if you multi-class into them.
Yikes.
Wow!
It's why wizarding is a learning school. You learn how to be a wizard. You don't gain anything by inherently being a wizard.
Fair enough, yeah. Even sorcerers, though, don't get shit.
Yes, I was born great. Just because I was born great doesn't mean I get shit for it.
I'm not. Oh, there,
I get shit later. My daddy's his present's still coming in the mail.
See, way back when, I had a great-great-great-great-grandma who really fell in love with a dragon. And that dragon took a liking
the
to her.
multi-classing table.
It's right under proficiencies.
Oh, there it is.
It's right at the top. Like, it's literally the first thing you would read.
Definitely weird having your family tree have a dragon in it when you're all human.
Which, speaking of which, Burnt, for you, Bard, you get light armor, 1 skill of your choice, and 1 musical instrument of your choice as extra.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to go for like a light armor or heavy armor thing. Thinking I might go light and go crazy with it.
Okay, so I need to ask. May I switch around so I get the rogue is my multi-class instead? So that monk is my multi-class instead of rogue. So I have 1 level rogue and 2 levels of monk, but rogue is the first class I started as, level 1.
I'll allow it. Okay.
Because we're still making them.
Yeah, I know. I'll allow it. All right. Yeah. And this,
I'll take
this is what you have to do, folks. You have to talk to your DM. So, all right. So rogue.
We make mistakes and we learn.
Yep. So.
Do I have everything else?
Yep. Okay.
I'm
So
missing 2 spells.
Yep. So you would change that from rogue to monk, and you go to level. You're going to level 2 monk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Constantly starting with the more proficiency from the rogue instead of
Yep. You just basically you lost your wisdom is what happened. So you went to intelligence now for rogue for your saving throws.
Yeah. I lost strength actually.
No, I think you lost wisdom. I think monks are wisdom for.
Wait, okay, 1 second. I still have everything. Saving throws for monks.
Oh no, it's strength and dexterity for monks. Yeah, you're right.
I get dexterity and intelligence instead. Which is
So.
fine by me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you get to choose 4 skills. And 2 of those skills you can make into because you're only level 1.
Well,
Okay.
actually, I start with athletics and invitation. I'm taking the soldier background.
We'll get into that in a second, okay?
Okay.
We're going with just your classes right now, all right? So you get to choose 4 skills right away. And then basically with 2 of those skills, you can make a, what do you call it? At first level, choose 2 skill proficiencies or 1 of your skill proficiencies and your proficiency with thieves' tools. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either chosen proficiencies or basically your thieves' tools.
Fine by me.
Yep. So you are already proficient with thieves' tools now. And now you get to make expertise in 2 skills of your choice. That is not from your background.
Yeah.
Or? No, it doesn't say you can't make it your background either, so.
It has to be a skill I'm proficient in.
Yeah, basically. So you can do any of those. So you're taking the soldier background, as you said, which gives you
Athletics and intimidation, I believe. Let me check it real quick. Double check.
Yes, because we've already had some interesting questions.
Athletics and intimidation and 1 type of gaming set, and also vehicles land.
Yep. Not good for flying.
Let's get a steam tank.
Those haven't been invented yet.
Wait till Boomy invents them and get one.
You obviously haven't been to the Empire yet
That's
in
gonna
Warhammer.
be- Oh, Jesus. Either way, so you've got those skills you can do there. Okay.
Yeah. And I think I can set up expertise in the options, right? Somewhere.
Yep. Basically, you would go to your. I think it's skill options right there.
Yeah.
So, and then you would just change that from normal to expertise.
Yeah, expertise in 2. So I'm thinking expertise in stealth and acrobatics.
Okay. So your thieves tools is just normal. All right. Fair enough. All right, and what that basically
I'm
does.
making this character like less of a thief and more like I said, like an assassin type. So he does less stealing and more getting around places.
I think I know what roguish archetype you're gonna take when you get there.
Probably assassin.
Probably. Jesus Christ, assassin with a longbow. Oh God.
Snipes for days.
Yeah, you're
With the addition of like the
Kensai
Kensai
weapon.
bonus.
Yup.
I am making a actually really good ninja assassin.
You're making a decent one. Yeah. All right. Now.
Yeah.
All right. So the other
And
things
actually, I
that
get one more skill I haven't picked. I'm still trying to think of my last skill. I got one,
From
two,
what?
rogue. I have two. I got athletics and imitation. I got acrobatics, perception, stealth. I need one more from rogue. For rogue.
Oh yeah, that's only 5. I counted 6. I've had a long day.
I'm thinking. I'm doing. He's a ninja. He's a scout. Yeah, I'm giving him like his military background is scout. So that's perception. I might go investigation. Yeah, investigation seems good.
Yeah, rogue investigation's pretty damn good. All right. So now you get a bunch of weapons and everything, and this is all in the player's handbook. So.
Is it from monk? I get simple weapons and short swords,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep. From your racial background, you get to choose 2 martial weapons.
Well, let's do the rogues, because the rogue gets a whole bunch. Make sure I got the rogues and stuff down.
The
correct,
rogue,
guys.
you get simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords.
And light armor, I believe,
Yep, light armor.
which I'm never gonna use, because unarmored defense is somewhat better, and unarmored movement.
Yeah, I mean, I have to see. All right, so there's that. So you got that, and then from your monk,
Yeah, I already got the monk stuff now, and from my being a hobgoblin, I am taking longbow proficiency.
okay.
And I haven't quite decided on the last one. I'm thinking just to be funny, go net, but
I mean, you could. Yep, and then monk, you would get simple weapons and short swords, which you've already got, so you got nothing from being a monk, in all honesty.
yeah. Besides the monk skills, which are cool.
Yep.
Actually, do I have longsword already? Yeah, I have.
Yep, you already have longsword.
Which can be used as a Kensai weapon, I think.
Yep. But you've already been
It's not heavy. It's not heavy or it doesn't have reach, so it's just versatile.
Mm-hmm. Was the heavy or wasn't reach?
Two-handed, heavy or two-handed.
Yeah, heavy or two-handed.
With the only
Hold on,
exception
I'm
being
getting the book out. I'm getting the book out again.
Okay, I know the exception is the longbow, which is both heavy and two-handed, but it's an exception to the Kensai rule.
Each of the weapons, simple or martial, and lacks the heavy or special properties. You can do two-handed.
Oh.
But for Kensai weapons, they have to lack the special or the heavy trait.
Exactly.
it.
However, you are not there yet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I still want to get that proficiency in it, just so I have it.
Of course.
The thing is, though, all heavy weapons are two-handed, so
I don't think the great sword
all
is it?
two-handed weapons are heavy. That's it.
Are they?
Yeah, there are no two-handed weapons that aren't heavy. That I'm looking.
You do have the quarterstaff.
Yeah, but that's a simple weapon.
Yeah.
And it's versatile. It's versatile. So either the heavy and two-handed or the versatile.
Mm-hmm. You got a scimitar, warhammer.
Warhammer.
You got a whip too. Battle axe, flail, longsword you already have.
I might go net, because net seems like a very stealth ninja assassin. Like bind your enemy before you assassinate them so they can't escape.
Up to
If
you,
it's
man.
fun. I'll do net.
Okay. I mean, I have the stats
It's
right
a
there for
martial
net.
weapon.
So, yep.
It's a martial weapon. It does no
Mhm.
damage, but it can bind people.
No, but I mean, it all depends on what's going on. So. All right.
You never know when a contract requires to capture someone alive.
Who knows? But all right. So now we go to your adventuring gear, which you're only gonna get the rogue stuff.
Rogue and soldier stuff. Soldier gets these things.
Mm-hmm. Because you took
So
monk
my starting
later.
adventuring gear is, for all you who are trying to follow along, this is going to be on page
96.
yeah, page 90.
So you
yeah,
can choose
96.
either a rapier or a short sword for your first stuff.
I'll probably start out with a short sword and a short bow with 20 arrows.
All right, you are not. That is a simple weapon, so you are proficient.
Yes.
Yep. Then you get a burglar's pack, dungeon pack, or an explorer's pack of your choice with those contents that come within. And again, you can find all these contents in the book. They have them listed on a different page under the equipment manual, so we're not going to get into it, because I got 3 other guys lined up. So, and this has already taken over 20 minutes.
Look what's in each. I would at least like to look what's in each real quick if you know what page it's on. It's under equipment, right?
It's under equipment, yeah. I mean, but Fen, I've got 3 other people behind you, and you've already taken about close to 25 minutes right now.
Okay, I'll pick that later, just when I have a chance to look at it. So let's move on.
All right. Then what else do you get? One
Leather
more thing.
armor, 2 daggers, and my thieves' tools.
Yep.
And
Those are
from
what you-
soldier, I start with a insignia of rank, a trophy taken from a fallen enemy, which is my choice, a set of bone dice or a deck of cards, and a set of common clothes. And I start with 10 gold. I pouch contain 10 gold.
Yep. And basically, since we are starting at level 3, this is what you guys are getting. You're not getting anything extra or anything like that. You're starting with starting equipment. So.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. And I am a scout. Like backstory-wise, what army I served, that would be something we came up with later.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we can
But
definitely do that.
I'm
But
taking my specialty as scout.
yeah, so backstory-wise, you basically work with the DM and kind of just like discuss, where they might fit it in the world and things like that. Again, since this is kind of a shorter game, potentially we might not get too deep into backstories, but we'll see what goes. Okay. Next person, Teapot.
I'm hoping it becomes a series of one-shots whenever we're missing someone, and we just have drop-in, drop-out one-shots.
We'll have to see because what if it's you? You know what I mean?
That's fine by me. If I have to miss something, you want to do this, that'd be fine.
Yep. All right. But anyway, we're on to Teapot now. Okay, Teapot. Who the fuck is your character? You renamed it already, didn't you, Teapot?
Teapot?
Teapot.
is dead.
Sorry, I had my mic muted.
Yes, you did.
Teapot is dead.
What did I rename exactly?
You named it Burb to be named.
Yes, I'm gonna come up with a name for him later. Actually, no,
Yeah.
I have the name for him. I'll just reveal it later.
Okay.
We're on to
Equipment
skills.
and equipment, background, and skills. Yep.
I already ran through my equipment from wizarding. I still need to do the background stuff. But that's gonna be easy.
All right, and we'll go with spells for you. So
I already did spells because
I know,
I'm a
but
quiet
we
worker.
need to explain to people what they're choosing. You know what I mean?
Yes. So at level 1 for wizard, you know 6 level 1 spells that you pick from the level 1 spell list in the, whatever spell list you're picking from, as well as 3 cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
With each level up as a wizard, you learn 2 spells,
Yep.
and you can only learn spells of which you have the casting spell slot for.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, at level 1 I get 6 level 1 spell slots. At level 2 I still only have level 1 spell slots, so I get 2 more spell slots for level 1, in which I learn 2 spells. And then at level 3 I gained the ability to use level 2 spell slots, meaning I put both of the spells I learned into level 2. As a wizard, you can only know so many spells per day and have so many spells prepared. And it's wizard level plus intelligence modifier, I think, is the number of spells you can have prepared per day.
Yes.
In addition to your cantrips, which you always know because they are cantrips. Cantrips are effectively level 0 spells for everyone watching at home. They cost nothing to cast, and you can basically do them at a whim. In effect. So, the spells I've taken for the benefit of the party. Or should I save that for later and just kind of surprise the party with that, Zorn?
I would surprise the party kind of deal, but I mean, the people can see it. Also, where are you getting the first 6 level spells? I'm just curious.
If you go to Wizard,
I am there.
under the preparing and wait, is it? Hold on. Let me flip back to Wizard and bookmark that page number so I can flip to back in my player's handbook.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing where you get 6 right off the bat, so that's why I'm just like, hold up a minute.
I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Can you remember? Hang on, as I look for the page, which Wizard's on?
Page would be
Wizard.
114.
Yeah. It's
Spellbook. At first level, you have a spellbook containing 6 first level spells right there, right at the top.
Yes.
I was missing it.
That's it.
Okay. Yep, there we
Yes.
go.
as I flip through to it.
Yep.
There you go. Yes, I do. Also, the spellbook is very important for wizards because wizards are the only class with this ability and with this feature. It's
Yep.
kind of their whole
Why?
gimmick. Wizards can copy down spells that they see from scrolls or from people who are teaching them for a gold fee and a time fee
And
into
paper
their
and-
spell book, and they can learn spells outside of leveling up.
Yeah. Mhm.
However,
Mhm.
if that spell book somehow gets burned, lost, or destroyed, you lose all your spells aside from the ones you have prepared for that day.
Yep.
Just gone.
Yeah, that's the
All
thing
your
about-
level ups, bye.
Yeah.
So you really have to protect your spell book.
Yeah, that's why a lot of wizards usually cast enchantments on their spellbook to make sure they don't die.
Or
Or
they
they
keep
copy
it
it.
backup. They usually
Mhm.
keep it backup.
Yep.
Which I will probably make at some point whenever I remember the rules or find the rules to
Yep,
make it
but
backup. But
either
that's
way.
not important right now.
Yep.
Doesn't
I would love to-
Warlock get a tome of some sort that's similar?
They can get a tome, but that's a totally different thing.
I would love to make a wizard who just tattooed all his spells on his body.
That is a thing.
Yeah, that is a thing. All right. So for equipment, by the way, just so you know, for your what do you call it? Your skills and stuff like that, and your background. Let's go with your skills first of what you're gonna take as a wizard. You get 2.
As a wizard, I'm going to take, and I'm actually I spent a long time like thinking about this and poring over my background as well to see like what do I really want to spec into, because all the intelligence skills I use just because I'm that kind of cheesy player that I like all the intelligence skills. However,
nerd.
I am a nerd. In real life, I'm basically a wizard, and I mean that semi-literally.
Mhm.
I'm going to take Arcana in History because I know. Oh wait, wrong button. I know y'all in the regular Wings of Freedom campaign don't have an Arcana guy, and it drives me
Actually,
absolutely nuts.
We do. Mallow's the Arcana guy.
Yeah.
Well, whenever
I-
I'm
I
talking to
was-
Fen, it's like, where's your Arcana guy? Who's casting the magic and like checking the magic items?
You don't
It
have-
was the Bean.
They
It
don't
was
have
the
one of
Bean.
those, but they do have Mallow, who is actually trained in Arcana and stuff like that.
I'm more of an illusionist and like a guy that shoots hard from afar.
That's fair. I'm just as a wizard person, I get really, what's the word I want to use?
Anal.
I wasn't gonna use anal, but sure, we'll use anal. But it's like, guys, identify the spells, cast detect magic. Something's going to happen. So where's the magic? Anyway, not the point. As far as the items I took for my starting equipment from the wizard class, I'm taking a quarterstaff, which is a big walking stick, even though I don't need it. I'm taking arcane focus because arcane focus, it's just nice.
Yep.
I'm
Which
taking a
does
scholars pack, which
which-
gives me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and if a spell does cost a gold cost, that doesn't count for the arcane focus. A lot of people forget that, but it all depends on your DM. I mean, so
Thankfully, though, it's only like 6th and 7th level spells and up that take gold costs. So
no, there's some thirds, and depending on your class, there are thirds, second, fourths, and fifths that do as well.
okay, in my entire life of D&D, I've never run across them because I'm usually
Clerics.
picking the same.
Clerics spend a lot of
Okay.
goddamn gold.
Yeah, you're right. Because in 3.5, they needed a diamond to resurrect someone.
You still need a diamond.
No, still you need a diamond.
Oh yeah.
The game's really old, and I'm an old man when it comes to it sometimes. Anyway,
And as you say that as you're younger than me.
yes, yes. I'm taking the scholars pack, which gives me a bunch of goodies because
Mhm.
it's a backpack full of goodies, and I get my spell book, which I will flavor somehow, some way to Zorn at a later date.
Yep.
As far as background goes, though, because that's that's what kind of everyone's waiting on. I'm gonna take criminal.
Criminal. The
Okay.
rogue wizard.
I'm gonna take criminal for the skills of deception and stealth. Ah, God damn it! I keep clicking the wrong button.
You really do.
And Zorn, you can see why I'm taking that for some
Yeah,
of my abilities and how they stack.
Yep. You're very,
Um,
very dex and intelligence based, so
Makes sense.
yeah,
The
you just
whole-
can't.
The whole dex and intelligence based.
Yeah.
And you can also probably see some of the spells I took just as an aside.
But anyway,
Yeah,
what do
that's
you?
to come later.
Yeah, what do you get for your criminal stuff as well? Because you do get not abilities. You do get another
Skills.
proficiency in a gaming set and thieves tools.
I also get these tools. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for proficiencies, you don't get them right away.
Right. As far as proficiencies goes, I'm probably just gonna make it dice because that's the only one I can ever be bothered to remember. Because the in-board games of D&D just kind of go over my head unless it's dice or chess, and dice is easier to remember.
Yep, exactly. And you're rolling for it anyway, so fuck it, right?
Yeah, I mean at that point, yeah, I'll just get loaded dice and rig the game.
Mm-hmm.
So dice, and thieves tools, which I will add later.
Yep, add in your.
As far as equipment, I get a crowbar, which is interesting. A set of dark common clothes, including a hood, which is
Mhm.
fitting for a necromancer, and a belch containing 15 GP.
Yep.
And the big draw of the criminal class is that part of my background gives me a criminal contact, which I will work out with Zorn at a later date. And I will figure out the rest of the characteristics and blah 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 by rolling for it randomly because
Right.
I like random.
Yes, and by the way, just so everybody knows, we'll get to the skills after we go through everybody on these three things, okay? Like of what your characters can actually do in terms of like fighting or other stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So, yep, Teapot's already good there. All right. We go now to Burnt.
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's already started.
Alright. It has.
And you have changed the name too. God damn it.
I thought it'd be funny instead of like a murder hobo, it's Preacher Kobo.
Preacher Kobold.
He did call it Preacher Kobo. All right.
I love it. I need
Okay,
to
so
figure out, like,
Can't
a
wait
name.
to hear the name that you're gonna give him.
we'll
I might
save
just
that for
keep
the
him,
actual
like,
episode. We'll save that for the actual
Kobo.
episode for names.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway,
Okay.
so
Did you come up with the
For-
domain, first of all?
I did. I'm going to be the war domain.
Okay.
I believe everyone can pick up arms and fight.
Fair
Let's go.
enough. Mallow, he's going to be your best
beautiful.
friend. He is going to be your best friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna be like, I like this kobold right here, right now.
Yep.
I've selected all my spells, but I need to move them over to Wings of Freedom in a bit.
Right. We'll do that in a minute. But first, let's go through your skills you're going to take as a cleric.
Yep. So, my proficiencies, as such, I have light armor, medium armor, shields, simple weapons, yada yada yada.
I think
my
as a war, you
skills,
actually
the
get
two-
more stuff too.
Probably. Well, priest.
You
I do
are
get to pick
you are proficient with martial and heavy armor too now.
a kobold that's just like a tinking little can.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Which means your equipment, you can get chainmail right away if you want.
That's true. So my proficiencies I've picked as for the cleric is religion and insight.
Okay. So those are your skill
I need to add
proficiencies.
those in. Yep. I need to add those in a second. Spellcasting, divine domain is war, so I need to add that somewhere.
It would be under
War brain-
subclasses.
Yep. My brain is dying right now.
Are you okay? Do you need a coffee?
War cleric.
And then
Level
click your
2.
proficiencies
Oh, bard.
for the skills.
Subclass. So level 3 actually, because I didn't do that wrong.
No.
So you want me to do?
No,
well,
Burnt. You are
no.
not a level 3 cleric.
Well, what the fuck is going on here? I'm so confused.
There you go. Because you had it open to be able to show you.
Right.
So-
You're right.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're not
right.
level 3 cleric. Hold up, bitch.
That's not a fucking. I put it in sub race. I'm just tired. Lol. Cool cleric.
You're tired.
I am.
I've been up for
Cool
a
cleric,
stupid
bard,
amount of
rebel,
time.
alignments, background. Okay. We want to find out my background, or what are we doing next?
I'm trying to get you to put your skills in first for the cleric.
Right. Skills. That goes under the tools and proficiency. Let's go.
No, the actual skills like perception, nature, that kind of stuff. Click those.
Right.
You just have to
Sorry,
click a button.
I'm fucking tired. Religion. Where are you? There you are. I need an assault.
I like how you chose religion with your intelligence being a -1.
I'm a cleric. I gotta be something good. If I'm gonna preach about Bahamut, I need to know something about it.
Yeah. Also, because you are a bard, you get more. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Proficiencies. I also get a musical instrument of my choice, and I get to pick one of any skill.
Of the bard's choosing, yeah. That the bard can choose.
I picked persuasion, and the musical instrument I picked is horn. A war horn. Let's go.
Fair enough. Ba-da. I love how it's gonna have that flourish at the end. Alright.
Oh my god, that's his voice.
Oh,
No! Get out of there!
Right
No.
here.
I'll deny it. I'll completely leave.
dude. You're gonna kick Mallow out right away. Oh Jesus.
Yes. It's either him or me.
Maybe don't do the
Oh,
voice
this is
burn.
Beautiful. Aww.
All right, so the kobold
Fucking-
war domain. Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's all the proficiencies I get right now. Other than, like,
Except
the
for your
bonus
background.
proficiencies and
Mhm.
yeah. So my background, I've decided to go acolyte. Obviously, I've spent my
Nice.
life in service to a specific god. Obviously, it's
Mhm.
Tiamat.
Are you
Surprise
really?
twist. No.
Are you
it's
really?
Bahamut. It's Bahamut.
Oh, it's Bahamut. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Platinum
I
Dragon,
think it'll be fun.
technically. Go and
Yeah.
tal'dorei.
It is still called Bahamut too. So
Yeah,
just like Tiamat is called the Scaled Tyrant, but also Tiamat. They do have multiple names.
tis very true. I've already done. Have I done perception? Did I do perception? I did do perception.
Yep, you did. No, you didn't do perception.
Oh,
You
yeah,
did persuasion. Yep.
Whoops, wrong one. Well, I mean, I'll have them both. Fuck it.
Fair enough.
Because I can do that.
Yep.
Should
And-
probably do performance as well, to be fair. Because Bard.
Yep. So acolyte, you got. Hold on.
Perception and performance is my acolyte. Are my skill proficiencies.
Really?
I get to pick another. Yep.
Your skill proficiency as acolyte is insight and religion.
It gives me the choice, isn't it?
Nope. Skill proficiencies are insight and religion.
Why does. Why, D&D
You got
Beyond
two
is giving me the option
You
of
got two
all of them.
choices of languages.
D&D Beyond, are you drunk?
I think you're drunk,
Probably.
Burnt.
No, I'm looking at it. It says I have all of them. I have acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, sleight of hand, stealth, and survival.
Hold
That
on,
is the option for all of them, which is weird.
That is weird because that is not what the book says. And I'm on page 127, so.
For the
Oh.
acolyte?
It might be because you're a part bard. It's saying to choose any 3 skills. That's why. It's saying you have that.
In the background section?
It's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It's wrong though, Burnt. I can tell you right now.
That's so strange. All right, fine.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
So
D&D
you
Beyond
have
needs to. D&D Beyond, if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Oh well, I clicked the wrong button. Well, rip.
Are you in the custom background section?
No, I'm looking at the ones that I have bought.
I don't know then.
Weird.
No, I can. Yeah. So you have insight and religion, which you chose religion as one of your other ones.
Mhm.
So you should technically have 5. You should technically have
Yes.
5. All right, let's just make sure.
Okay, let me fix this up real quick, because this is just annoying me. So, proficiencies for cleric. I should have done acolyte first, therefore I didn't have this conflicting or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reset them all, and then I'll do them right now.
Okay. Well, let's do your background, which would be insight and religion.
Yep. So insight and religion, we'll keep
Yeah,
those.
keep
two,
those
because
checked.
are correct.
Yep.
Perception, performance, persuasion are gone.
Now you can choose history, insight, medicine, persuasion, and religion. You've already got religion and insight, so you have history, medicine, or persuasion.
With cleric, I can only pick 2 because insight and religion are already picked.
That's
so I got
what I just said. With you can only
Yeah,
choose
I didn't-
history, medicine, or persuasion.
Persuasion isn't an option here. Oh, because I picked it up for bard. Right.
But you can pick it for cleric.
Yeah, I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with history and medicine. And I'm gonna
Okay.
do persuasion on the other one, so...
All right, for bard because you get one of those.
Mhm.
All right, there you go.
So history and medicine. You.
Okay,
There we
there
go.
you go.
Pick
That's
that.
what it is.
Jesus Christ, why is it like this?
Cause you're multi-classed.
Oh,
D&D
Oh, yeah,
Beyond apparently is multi-classing.
now that those two aren't selected, it restricts me to insight and religion.
Yep.
I guess because of that, because I had picked those two, it allowed me to pick anything. which is
Probably
interesting.
because it already had it, but we fixed it,
Yeah.
so you're all good. Because it
Okay.
was burnt. It was probably saying because you already picked it, you were already choosing the class. It was telling you to choose your bard one.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's probably what was going on. So it probably works right. It's just you clicked it in a certain order and you chose skills that mesh to all 3 choice, and it was just like, okay, you have your bard skill now.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
For both of them as well. I somehow managed to fuck that up.
I don't know how you do that, but anyway,
Oh,
for your equipment.
I also get languages because I'm
Oh.
an acolyte.
Yep.
I get
Yes,
2.
you do. Which you already
So-
know, Draconic and Common. So as a
do.
kobold.
I'm also thinking of taking either Celestial, and I'm debating if I want to go with like Infernal, just to have like the 2 opposites of the same coin, you know?
Well, that is totally up to you, but that's more of a player choice at that point, which you can find all those later. Let's get to your equipment, okay?
Yep.
For right now, okay? Because you can
Equipment.
type that in later, and we can discuss it, in game kind of deal.
Indeed. So,
You know
side
what I mean?
equipment for a cleric.
Yep.
I can either choose a mace or a warhammer.
Yep, because you are proficient with martial weapons, so
This is true. I'm gonna take the warhammer.
of course you are.
That sounds like fun. Yeah.
All right.
Scale mail, leather armor, or chainmail. I'm thinking scale mail.
You are proficient in chainmail. Chainmail gets you a higher AC.
It does. Sweet.
Straight up
Let's go with
16.
chainmail.
Yep, straight up 16.
Hell yeah.
You are a tanky little kobold.
I am. Like crossbow
And
or
just-
any simple weapon. I think I might take a simple weapon.
Yeah, and just so I can be sure, let me go find scale mail real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just to, so I'm not... It's a 14 plus a dex of plus 2. Yeah, basically, you would be at a 15 if you took the scale mail, but you're at a 16 if you take the chain mail. But
Yep.
both have disadvantage on stealth, so...
Mm-hmm.
and
For a simple
wait,
weapon,
hold on.
What?
You can't take the chain mail
Shame.
because you need a strength of 13.
I am the opposite of strength.
Yeah, which, by the way, your weapons, your warhammer relies on your strength.
I'll go with mace. I think that also goes off my strength.
Yeah. Do you want to change a stat around or no?
Do I want to? That's a great question. Everything's either +1s or -1s. The only
Yeah.
ones that are +2 I need.
You had a 10 in your strength originally.
Yeah, I think I'll keep what I got.
Okay, because you're not gonna hit as hard obviously right away, so.
I'm not trying to be like the. I'm not gonna be melee. I'm gonna be more spellcasty.
Okay, I'm just saying. All right, fair enough. Just in the beginning, it's a little hard, with spells. So.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'm gonna go with.
You've also got your bard stuff too, so we'll have to go with.
Yeah, that's true. I've got a couple of things that I can start with. Any simple weapon. I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking a dagger, just so I've got something that's finesse.
I mean, I think short sword's also finesse, ain't it?
Is it?
Wait, short sword's martial. Hold on, I think. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't.
Double checking.
I can't pick that as a simple weapon.
Yeah, I'm
Short
just.
sword isn't here. Short bow I can.
Well, actually, you have martial. Don't forget, you have martial. You can do any weapon. Oh wait, but it's a simple.
I
weapon you
know,
have to
but this
choose.
is a cleric starting equipment. I can only
Yep.
pick a simple weapon.
Yep.
I'm proficient with it. Doesn't mean I can have it.
Yeah. I mean, you could go quarterstaff. You could go.
It's like a fucking twig that I.
You
walk
could go a
around with.
great club if you really wanted.
Mm,
You could do a.
I'm thinking.
You could do a spear as well.
Yeah. Granted, if I am gonna stick with the long range and spells, I might just stick with the short bow.
It does say. Hold on, I'm just
It's
saying.
Dex, right?
Any simple weapon, yeah. Short bow is definitely dex. Yep.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
Okay, you can definitely do a short bow.
Yeah.
All right.
Priest pack or an explorer's pack. I'm gonna go priests.
Yep.
So I need to add
Now
that
the
in a
thing
second.
is, if you do use your shield with this, by the way, you won't be able to use your what do you call it? You won't be able to use your bow
Short
because
bow.
that's a two-handed weapon. Yeah. So.
That's fine.
Mhm.
I get a shield, a holy symbol. I'm going to pick a holy symbol, and I'll flavor that with you later.
Yep. Okay. And then
Acolyte
from-
starting equipment. I get another amulet, equivalent, or another holy symbol.
Man, you're just
Um,
rocking out the holy symbol from the acolyte.
Yeah, I'm quite literally like the fucking what do they fucking call them? Jehovah's Witnesses that walk around and be like,
Oh,
"Hey, do you want this? Here, have this.
Ex-
You want
ex-
one? Here."
Except you're gonna be like, I'm here to spread the word of Bahamut.
I'm
the
here to
Extreme
spread the
Team
word of
Bible.
comment.
Yep.
Prayer wheel. I'll take a prayer book. Sounds
Yep.
amazing. Sticks
You
of
get-
incense. Already have that. Investments. Yep.
Yeah,
So
you get
common
more.
poison.
You get more incense.
I do. I get a lot of incense.
Yeah, you get
Just
5.
Inhale the incense.
Yeah, you get some vestments. You get a set of common clothes and gold containing 15.
Yep.
And then your spells you've already worked out with your bard stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which we'll get to that because yours is a little more complicated. So what Burn can do for bard and cleric, he can take any first level spells that he has and he can prepare them based on his cleric level. Doing the cleric, basically preparing spells. So he's a level 2 cleric.
Mm-hmm.
So for preparing right now, it is your wisdom modifier plus your cleric level. So you can have prepared 4 spells. Okay. Now you're gonna have 2 different spellcasting modifiers too.
Indeed, I will.
Yes. So for spellcasting modifiers, you use different stats. Like Teapot's was intelligence, so his would be 8 plus his intelligence plus his proficiency bonus. So right now he would be at a 12, I think. For you,
Say again,
Teapot.
sorry.
For your proficiency. For your
My
spellcasting modifier
spellcasting proficiency? Yes, my spell save DC currently is a 12.
is a 12. Burns will also be at a 12 for his cleric. However, his bard will
bard is
only
11.
be at 11. So if he uses a bard spell, it's a little different.
Yeah.
And for bard, he can only know right now 4 spells from the
6.
bard college.
Yeah. I have 6 spells in total because of cantrips. I actually get to learn more because of that.
You should
So
have
nice.
6 cantrips, shouldn't you? Or,
I have
hold on.
5 cantrips.
Yeah. Okay, you have 5 cantrips. Yeah, you would be able to. No, you know 4 spells. You'll have 8 spells prepared. Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
9.
basically, when you learn a spell via Bard Burn, you can cast any of those spells, basically.
Oh, I know.
So you have 4 prepared that way for a bard, and then you have 4 that you can do for a cleric
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. And then we'll get to your abilities in a second, which will be the last segment we do from here. But until then, we're gonna go to Mallow.
Yep. I'm gonna fill these in right now. And
Yeah, I think we got it all covered. Yeah, and if you guys want to start filling in your stuff ahead of time, we'll kind of go through that quickly of just like different combat abilities and stuff you can do. You know what I mean?
To get Jack of all trades is gonna fucking off-put everything that I have a -1 in.
Yep, but either way, Mallow, your turn, my boy.
Oh, yay, my turn.
Yes,
All right.
which, have you decided what... Oh yeah, you went Battle Master.
Yeah, I went with Battlemaster.
Okay, so... now, you get a special thing being a Battle Master. Okay?
Alright. What is it?
You're going to get superiority die. Basically, what that means is you have 4 d8s right now on the side that you get to roll for special acts that you can do, which we'll get to that in a minute. But we're going to actually go through your weapons, armor, and stuff like that you want currently, okay?
Okay,
And
will
skills.
do.
All right. Have you decided on a background yet?
I hardly look at the backgrounds when it comes to D&D. So.
Okay, so for right now, we'll just go with your fighter, and I'll work with you later off camera, okay?
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Okay, because they've kind of seen it with the other guys, how they're going through it, so we'll just go through you. And again, this is because you don't really have the book that you can look at, so I have to explain a lot of things with this.
Ignore that.
Exactly.
Okay, so right away, you get to choose 2 skills in any of these, okay? Or from this
Okay.
list. Acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, or survival.
Okay. Alright. I'll go with acrobatics.
Okay. We'll click it out.
Did you say anything about medicine?
No, you do not get medicine right now in with just your class.
Shall we?
You have animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, and survival left.
Perception and survival.
Oh,
yeah.
you can only choose one of those.
Okay, perception then.
Perception? Okay. All right, that's what you get for being a fighter. Okay. All right, and we don't know your background yet. Okay. Let's go with your equipment then, all right?
Alright, shall do.
All right. So, right now, for starting equipment, you can either take a chainmail or leather armor with a longbow and 20 arrows.
I guess. I guess I'll check the chainmail.
All right. The chainmail is going to get you a 16 AC, so we'll just write that in your stuff.
Alright, will do.
Okay. All right. Your next stuff, you get a martial weapon and a shield or 2 martial weapons.
I would go for a martial weapon and a shield.
Okay. What martial weapon would you like? And I can read those
Give
off
me-
if you would like.
Yep, give me choices.
All right. You can use a battle axe, a flail, a glaive, a great axe, a great sword, a halberdier, a halberd, whatever you want to call it, a lance, a longsword, a maul, a morning star, a pike, a rapier, a scimitar, short sword, trident, warpick, warhammer, whip. Or technically a blowgun, crossbow, a hand crossbow, crossbow heavy, longbow, or a net.
I think I'll go with a flail. That'd be
Flail.
unique.
Okay. So you're going with a shield and a flail. A shield and a flail. All right. Let me go back to the fighter page. And fighters are honestly, I love fighters. First character was always a fighter.
I mean, fighters are probably a very, well, a versatile class, so to say.
Exactly. All right. Now, for your next stuff, you can take a light crossbow with 20 bolts or 2 hand axes.
I'll take a crossbow.
Okay. So you got a light crossbow. And then you also get bolts for that, which would be total be 20. Okay. And then you can either take a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack.
I'll go with the Explorer's pack. When I'm
Okay.
thinking about this character, I think he'd usually go for that.
Alrighty. Now, since we're not doing your background right now, we'll get to your other stuff later. However, we'll go into your skills then, okay, right now.
Yeah, sure, we can go with the skills.
All right. One of the first things you get is a fighting style as a fighter. Basically, this allows you to do certain special things as a fighter based on weapons or just to hit and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
your fighting style, you can take archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, or 2-weapon fighting. And I can explain any of those if you would like.
I think I'd go with protection, really.
Protection. All right. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose a disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield.
Gotcha. I'll go with that.
Okay.
not?
So, and then we're just gonna put that over here in your skills like we normally do. Name, just fighting style, and just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna write these in. We'll get the actual description later. Okay, because got so many people, and hey, we got stuff to do. Okay. Okay.
We can do most of this off stream.
Yep. And then as another thing you get at first level, you get second wind, which basically means you have a limited well of stamina that you can use your bonus action to get a 1d10 plus your fighter level back of health immediately.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then at second level, which you are, you get action surge, which basically means you can get basically a full turn because you get to take another action and possible bonus action on your turn as well. And this does not cost anything. This is literally a free action. However, you can only use it once right now, and you get the feature if you finish a short or long rest.
Okay. Will do.
Okay. Then at third level, you want to be a battle master, which you get to learn what's known as maneuvers, which go with your superiority dice. Okay.
Alright.
And those are those D8s I was talking about. So, I'm just going to read these off right now. We'll actually go more in depth off stream because Battle Master is just, how you say, very... It's like Boomy's trick shots almost, except you get to do different things. Like, you can do Commander Strike, Disarming Attack, Distracting Strike, Evasive Footwork, Feinting Attack, Goading Attack, Lunging Attack, Maneuvering Attack, Menacing Attack, Parry, Precision Attack, Pushing Attack, Rally, Repose, Sweeping Attack, or Trip Attack.
That's a bunch of abilities all shoved into one little box.
Yes, however, you will technically get 3 of those to start with. You get more later, but we can choose your 3 later, and I will explain more in depth of what those are. But just for the brevity's sake, I'll go with parry because it's reaction, okay? When another
Yeah,
creature
good.
damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction and expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage by the number of the roll of your superiority die plus your dex modifier. So you
Okay.
could do that. So you would basically roll a d8 with your reaction and say like, oh, they hit me for 13 damage. Well, I'm going to reduce that. Oh, I rolled an 8 plus my dex is a +2. You know, I reduced that by 10 damage. I only take 3. Ha ha ha. However, you only get 4 of these dice, which, when you finish a short or long rest, okay? And
Okay.
some of them also require saving throws, which is basically like a spell save, except you can use your strength or dexterity of your choice, which they're both the same for you, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Will do.
And also, because you have a shield and you have a flail, technically your armor class starting off is at 18. If you wield that.
Okay.
Okay?
Very well.
Because a shield adds +2 onto your AC. So, for all you out there, shields, pretty damn good with one-handed, especially if you get, like, a certain set of armor. It really brings up your AC. It really, really does. Also, one more thing. You do gain a proficiency type of an artisan stuff, but we'll get more into that later, okay? When you choose your background and stuff, too.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we'll talk about this too. Maybe tomorrow or on Saturday.
Yep, one of those days. We'll see if I stream tomorrow or something like that, but definitely over the weekend. So, all right. So we're gonna go back to Fen now because he's got a whole bunch of stuff that he got that we have to go over now for being a monk rogue or rogue. We'll just call him roguelite.
Alright.
Yep.
Go on ahead, Boomy. Boomy.
Fen, you're muted.
Sorry. Sorry. That's the point. I just rolled for my starting gold, and yeah, I have a lot of stuff I already got written down.
Alright.
Starting goals for buying equipment.
It's under. One second. It was under starting equipment. You start with a certain amount of wealth depending on your class. For rogue, it's 4d4 times 10.
Hold on. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hold on. God damn it. It's under equipment. Shit. Gotta go to equipment. You receive equipment based on a combination of your class and background. Alternatively, you can start with a number of gold pieces based on your class and spend them on items from the list in this chapter. So no, you do not get the gold. You do get your 15 for being a criminal. Or no, you were a soldier.
I get 10.
Yeah, you get 10. So
Okay, well, so I have to tell you what my abilities are at my level.
yeah, let's go with what you got. So
Well, let's go rogue first, since that was in level 1. I get sneak attack.
Yep.
I can understand. I can make use of thieves' cant,
Mm-hmm.
which for you who don't know, is basically a language of euphemisms, subtle hand gestures, or other such symbology to communicate with other thieves.
Yep, or just like random words in random written text, like, say draconic and celestial in one. You might have picked up a word here or there, and
I
you
just
write
go
it
up to
down.
some guy and say, "The cat meowed at the sun at the milky noon," and he'll know what I mean.
Yep.
And that's all I get for rogue because I'm only level 1.
Yep.
Monk is where I get most stuff, because in monk I get unarmored defense, which should I just tell people what it does?
Yep. Let's tell people so they may know.
Unarmored defense puts my AC equal to 10 plus my dex plus my wisdom, which puts me at 13 at
Yep.
this time. And then I get unarmored movement, which is as long as I'm not wearing armor, I get plus 10 to my movement, which makes it 40. Then I have martial arts, which allows me to use dexterity instead of strength for attacks rolls, using unarmed strength and monk weapons.
Yes, and we found out that monk weapons can actually be replaced by their dice. So as you rank up in monk, say your quarterstaff's only, you're only hitting every, one-handed with a quarterstaff, but your punch does a D8. You can apply that now to your quarterstaff one-handed as a D8 because you have martial arts.
Damn.
Yeah,
but also it also gives me lets me roll 1d4 plus 1 damage for my punches and unarmed strike instead of just taking 1 damage because I have a monk.
You get 1d4 plus 2 for your dex.
Really? One second. Did I not have that set right?
Now you
No,
have a
it's set,
strength.
it's set the dex. Why is it not doing that? Oh, that's damage. Sorry, I get damage is a dex. Stupid thing. Yeah, 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah,
What's up?
which I was about to say, hold up, because you should be at a +2. You should be at a +4 to hit. Yep, there you go. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, just for some reason unarmed strike got set to use strength.
Yep. Okay.
Also, I can just do bonus action punches.
Yep, you get one
fully
bonus
kicking.
action punches, which you also get Fury of Blows.
Oh yeah, I have Fury of Blows, which I get 2 more unarmed strikes.
Yeah, but you have to spend
Oh.
what's known as key points.
Yeah, it's key because at level 2 I get key, which is my basic pool of special abilities.
Right, which I believe at 2nd level you get...
I get Fury of Blows, Step of the Wind, and Patient Defense.
Right, but for the amount of key points, I'm saying.
2. I get 2 key points.
Yep, 2. Okay. And as you level up, you get more key points as you level to a point of 20 at level 20, if you were to do
Yep.
that. Okay.
And well, to get to the most interesting is my major ability I get as a hobgoblin, which I love. Other
Mhm.
than Dog Vision, which is Saving Face. If I miss with an attack, or fail an ability check or a saving throw, I can apply a bonus to a maximum of +5, depending on the number of allies I can see within 30 feet of me.
Yep, so if he's got like an ally next to him and he misses, he can add a +1 to that hit.
Misses
he can only...
or fails. Anything.
Yep. Yep, so basically, saving yep, ability attack roll, a fail ability check, or saving throw. Yep, so anything basically he does, as long as his allies are within 30 feet of him that he can see, he can add, a certain buff to that. But he can only do it once. So besides, obviously, your class attacks and things like that, you can actually have racial abilities that help, which we'll get into that more. And I'll actually go through Mallows, too, being a human. So, because I forgot to do that during the time, so.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Zorn, but what counts as an ally? If we're going to be in a crew of a ship, there might be times when we have more than 5 people within 30 feet of me, so let's get the +5.
You'll have to see, but you can only use up to 5, so.
Yep. Still, that's going to be really nice when it goes off like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you play your character right and you use those abilities, it can really help you out of situations. Always remember your abilities, folks. Always. All right, but
Yep.
that's
Did
it.
I go with my proficiencies already?
Yes, you did. We already did that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was the section we were doing with proficiencies, skills, and equipment.
Yep, and when I get the 3rd level, Kensai and deflecting missiles. Oof.
Yep, but you're not there yet. You decided to go this. So, until then, your character is basically done. We just have to go over some backstory stuff, which the DM talks to you about, and works with you, like, kind of what you're working with, what they're thinking for this character and stuff like that. It all depends, and some you don't need to think too hard into, especially if you are doing, like, one-shots or stuff like that. You can literally make what Burnt did, and just, have the war crying, cleric that runs around going, fight harder, fight harder, fight harder, fight harder. I mean, you can do stupid stuff like...
friend. You can do it. Bahamut believes in you. Don't hurt me.
Basically, yep. Okay. But until then, Fen, that is your character done. We will get to your name when the actual session comes.
Figure one out.
Yep. Alrighty. Now we go with the Thought, aka Teapot. And his abilities as a wizard.
Yes. So wizards actually really only get one big ability, or excuse me, I get one big ability as class feature wizard, and I get my subclass ability.
Yeah, for right now.
As of right now, yeah. But
But
really, it's the spellbook which we went over already, which I'm not counting.
Right.
And the ability is Arcane Recovery. Whenever we take a short rest, I get my spell slots back, or I get some of my spell slots back, rather.
Yep. And
Once
it's
per day, when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level. So, example, if I am level 4, I'm not, but for example, I can get one level 2 spell slot back, or I can get 2 level 1 spell slots back.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Yep. And the reason that is, it may seem like wizards get a little shafted on that. However, wizards are very versatile on the spells they can learn. They have the largest spell list in the whole game. So Teapot here is actually a very good powerhouse of just, how you say, jack of all trades kind of deal and stuff, and also damage output. Can't tank worth a shit, but, you know, generally that's why sorcerers, wizards, and bards and stuff like that don't necessarily get a lot of, like, abilities to compensate for their, you know, for their spell casting. However, at second level, he got something really cool that does help him out.
Yep.
Would you like to read what it is for being a necromancer?
So my necromancer ones. So for being a necromancer, I get to copy necromancy spells into my spellbook easier. Woohoo! The better one, the actual subclass ability that I love, or excuse me, I don't love it yet. I haven't actually used it yet, but
It's good.
whenever
It's
I
good.
kill things with a necromancy spell that does damage of first level or higher, I get hit points back.
Mhm.
You regain hit points equal to twice the spell's level or 3 times its. Actually, oh wait, it's not just necromancy spells; it's all spells.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, so if you cast, like, say,
Firebolt.
yeah. This nope does not work
No,
for
Firebolt's a
cantrips.
cantrip.
Yep.
Say, Fireball, because that's easy. Fireball. I get 3 HP back.
No, you
For
get
killing someone.
6. Twice the spell's level. Fireball's a 3rd level spell.
Ah,
If you use necromancy, it is
then I get 3 times. instead
3
of twice.
times the amount.
You can tell I've never played this subclass before, so.
I have. I love this subclass, and it gets real good. You can actually be kind of a tanky wizard with this if you play your cards right at later levels. Because wizards are very DPS heavy, and also for clearing out large areas. You start doing that in certain areas, you may have low health points, but you get HP back based on your spells if you kill stuff. It doesn't work for undead or constructs, however, but still, say you've got a group of, you know, kobolds attacking you, and you just wipe them
Fireball.
out immediately. Fireball. You only get it once, you know what I mean? It's not like stack per kill, but it's still 6 HP, which, honestly, at a health potion at a certain level, can really save a wizard's ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Whew. That's a lot better than I thought it was.
Yes.
I could dig that.
Yeah, it's really good. So that's it for his stuff. He also gets some stuff for being an Aarakocra. He has a flight speed, which no one else has.
Yeah, we're doing the flying campaign, and no one else decided to go flying, so.
I have to see what happens. He also has actual physical weapons of being talons. So he can actually make unarmed strikes with his strength modifier, which is a 0, to actually do melee attacks from his feet while he's flying.
Yes.
He also gets a couple languages and stuff like that as well, and stuff. So, I mean, again, whereas Fen got some stuff with the Hobgoblin, you know, the Aarakocra gets some. So, and again, it can be, you know, more towards the equipment side. It can be more towards your actual, what do you call it? Physical characteristics, you know, on your character. It all depends. And how you use it, you know, helps. So, all right, but that's Teapot done. We've already shown the spells and everything, kind of deal
Yeah,
for you.
which-
You're pretty
Already
easy.
doesn't know it, but they'll love it when they see it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now we go to the fucking preacher Kobo.
That's me.
Yep.
How you doing? I've been adding a couple things.
Yes, you have. So, as we've already talked about with Burnt, he got his divine domain earlier. So, and he chose the War Priest, which gave him a bunch of extra little things. Basically, he can now use heavy armor and martial weapons. He is proficient in all of those now. So he's basically a fighter cleric, which is kind of nice. At second level with the cleric, he got his channel divinity, which is a special thing clerics get, which can be used in 2 different ways. Would you like to explain them, Burnt?
I will. I've put them both down to be easy to look at as well. So, with the different types of different types of general divinity are usually ways cleric calls upon their god to help them in a moment of need. There's 2 types, well technically 3 types, but I only have 2 currently. And the ones I have is turn undead, which means as an action I can present my holy symbol and speak a prayer, which allows me to any undead that I can see within 30 feet, just need to make a wisdom saving throw, and
See or
they're
hear
turned.
you. There's a big difference.
Oh,
They
or
just need to
hear.
hear you.
If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute, or until it takes any damage. The turned
Yeah.
creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away. It's scared of me. It's gotta fucking flee.
Mhm.
Or if they're underneath a certain threshold, they turn to ash.
Yeah, but that's at higher levels, which you are not. So,
Yep.
and
The other
basically, with that, as the cleric, the enemy cannot attack. They literally have to get away from the cleric. Being
Mind you,
undead.
it has to be undead.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't work on demons or anything like that. It's literally only undead. But clerics against undead, oh god.
Yeah. And to offset the fact that I can only use that one on undead, the second one I have, because I took the war domain, allows me. I think it's the war domain.
Yep.
I forget.
It's
Yeah,
word domain.
I get guided strike, which at 2nd level I can use my channel divinity to strike it with supernatural accuracy. When I make an attack, I can add a +10 to the roll. I make this choice. I can make this choice after I see what the roll is, so I can see it rolls a 3, and I've got, for some reason, what's my fucking short bow? I have a +3, so I got a 6. I could add a +10 to that and be like, well, now it's a 13.
You mean a
and-
16?
Yes, sure, we'll go with that. 16. It's
'Cause you
down
said
to
you-
16.
You said you rolled a 6 total, so
I'm tired. Fuck off.
I know.
And so as we said, 16. But I have to state that I'm doing that before he tells me it hits,
Mm-hmm.
or if it misses.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is, I was reading this, and I always thought you could do this on other creatures. No, this is only for you.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Guided
interesting.
strike is a thing for me,
Yep.
only me.
Mhm.
I also, as I took Bard, I now have a font of bardic inspiration that I can give to my friends, help them out a little bit, and encourage them to feel better about themselves. Which isn't all that much, but you know, it's something.
It's a D6 right now, which basically the Bardic Inspiration, kind of like Mallow's Superiority die, which allows it to do damage. The Bardic Inspiration allows you to kind of add a D6 rolled to any ability checks, saving throws, or attack rolls to it. Not damage, but to anything that's like, you know, you're trying to hit and you have Bardic Inspiration, you know, they go to hit, they rolled, let's use Burns' example, they rolled a 6, they get to roll a D6, oh, they rolled another 6, it's now a 12 to hit the creature, you know?
Yeah.
Or say, you know, they need to jump over something and, you know, they need to roll an athletics check. You can use it for that. Burnt gets the number equal to his charisma modifier minimum 1, which he regains back. He regains those back after a long rest, which his charisma right now is a 1.
Is
So
1.
he only has 1.
Yeah, so I gotta use it sparingly.
Yep.
And the last one is mostly because of my acolyte thing. I get to.
Yes.
I'm pretty good at getting us shelter at
For you,
religious
yeah,
places.
in your religion, yes. And backgrounds also sometimes have their special characteristics that are a little more RP based, depending on what you want. Like, Teapot has a criminal contact. What do you call it? Fen has used to be a warrior with a different tribe, kind of like that. So they
I
are
can pull rank if I meet that tribe.
exactly, you know. So I mean, or you know, they go meet a leader or something, and they get to do that. So there's that kind of aspect with creating the character. And it's more RP based rather than, you know, necessarily mechanics based where you go to attack people or stuff like that. Now, Mallow, on the other hand, we haven't gone through, so I can't give you an example for him. But being a human, he does get more traits as well, and stuff like that. But we'll go over that with him there.
I do have a question, Zorn.
Okay, and I have an answer, potentially.
Yeah. I don't know if it's actually possible to change this or not. But if you look at the current things that I have, you'll see 2 of the spells that I currently own. One of them is a cleric. Well, not in the spells, but like the... No. Go back to the main spot. With a attacks and spellcasting is. You'll see two of them.
Okay, yep.
Sacred Flame and that Vicious Mockery. They both go off the cleric one. I don't know how to change that.
Okay, hold on.
Sacred Flame is cleric.
We go to
The other one is-
spells. Hold on. It might be something in the back here. We'll have to play with it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll work on that later. But basically, that's how you create, for the most part, a character. And then you just work with, like, you know, the personality traits, your height, your weight, you know, any languages you might know and stuff like that with your DM in order to, you know, figure out what kind of character this is. And then, obviously, you can do a voice with it. You can do a whole bunch of things. But this gets you your basic setup of a character. I know we did this in a little long form, especially with multiple people. This took, you know, about 2 hours and such. However, for the
It was a
most...
stream.
Yeah, this was a stream, and, you know, you got to see, like, you know, sometimes it just doesn't add up with certain things. You have to go back, you have to change it, and that's fine. You just work with your party members. You work with, what do you call it? You work with your party and things like that, and you just, you know, make a character that seems fun and playable, kind of deal. So, it all depends. What do you call it? Basically for when you get more into it, you can actually create characters like real quick, just like running back. It's like, okay, I want this, you know. Like I said, we did this long form so that you could see it, but other than that, these characters are basically ready to go. We just got to come up with names, got to finish some things out, but you know, I enjoyed this. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys have fun?
Oh yeah, no, it was a blast.
It was an interesting time, to say the least. Heck yeah.
I'm a big fan.
We haven't heard
I
from
can't wait
the
to put
thought
these
or
in
Fen.
action.
Hello. Yes. Sorry. I'm back.
Good God.
Did you enjoy this?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I mean, you can tell me no, I won't be hurt. But you know, I just again, this was.
I fucking hated it.
I know you did, you preacher kobold. But this will definitely, these characters that we created here are going to be used in our next session next week, as they will be, well, you'll have to see then, because that's a tale for another time. So until then, I thank you all for watching. We would normally do an outro where you can find people, but we're going to skip that tonight as it is kind of getting a little late. And for the most part, this is a chiller stream, so I don't think we need to do that unless anybody's got anything they want to promote.
Nope.
You can support me here.
Yeah.
I support you. Lean upon me when you are not strong.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, but until then, we thank you for watching. As for me, I am going to do a little plug. I'm probably going to stream more Factorio tomorrow if my voice is not a wreck. We'll have to see, and if work doesn't kill me, because, oh boy, there are problems. Again, there's always problems.
Mood.
So, until then, I would like to thank you all for watching. If you like what we do, please hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, you know, whatever you would like. But until then, thank you all for watching. And as always, enjoy the show.